it's me, Melody. Welcome to my stream. If
What's
you
up?
haven't already, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Also, subscribe if you're new and share on all your platforms. So, today we have Blue as a substitute for Ruby because she couldn't make it. Hey, Blue.
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on? Hey, nothing much. Thank you for helping me out. And then we have, I'm going to let her introduce herself because she funny as hell. So, I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hey, what's up? My name is Chrissy Brooks. Also a comedian. I go by Chrissy YSF, and the YSF does stand for yeah, she funny. So y'all gonna check me out. You'll see as you watch. It's true. It's all true.
Yes, I went to see her the other day. I almost peed on myself. She was hilarious. Like she is so funny. Hopefully she could tell a
I
few jokes.
appreciate
Anytime,
that.
girl, you know you're funny. She's originally from Jersey. Right now she lives in North Carolina. So she also said she not really knows Shanquella, but you're from the same area as her, correct?
Yes, I stay in High Point. And so the people she lived in Charlotte, but some of the people who attacked her stayed in like Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and those places are right there. It's like northern Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
they're
so
from
it's
that
the
area.
hood.
I'm not surprised to say that people are like the sneakiness of it all. That whole fake friendship, just to, you know what I'm saying, betray you like that. That's a common thing in that area. Not what they specifically did to her, but people be shady like that. Like real talk.
Yeah, that's everywhere, but I can imagine over in the South, you know how they get down over there.
Like yeah,
Well, you've lived in Jersey and the South. Which would you say is worse?
yeah. So Jersey bad too. The one thing I say is like in Jersey, I know my enemy. You know what I'm saying? In the South, my enemy is my friend. For real. And so I remember even being in college, like the kids, everybody who came from up top, they didn't even want to hang out with the people who were from North Carolina or down south because unfortunately people were doing things like setting their roommates up to get robbed. And you know what I'm saying? Like they were doing shady stuff. So it was just like, nah, we just stay back. And I saw it firsthand, you know what I'm saying? Again, I still stayed. It's not like it was, run rampant, but I'm not completely surprised to see the backstabbing because it's something that, it was kind of like, you got to watch yourself. In Jersey, I know you walk down the street, we fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me. We
We
banging
banging
out. We
out.
straight down south.
Yes. But down there, people be like, hey, girl, let's go hang out. Let's get our nails done, blah,
Right,
blah, blah.
right.
And then they be like, and they set you up.
Girl, be fucking your man and everything. Girl, I'm telling you, crazy. It's
Yeah, it's
real.
crazy. Definitely is. But it's like that in Jersey too. And I got some story times I want to tell about people, who pretended to be my friend for years and, did things behind my back. But that's female nature. They do that to all of us.
Well, I mean, but you know what though? It's not. But I mean, it's male nature too. Don't let them off that easy. The men be involved in that little sneakiness too. I've seen men be very shady. You know what I'm saying? And they play that whole, oh, that's my homie, homeboy. And then, like I seen on Facebook, this guy he murders his best friend. There's a picture of them 2 weeks before he murdered him on Facebook. Oh, my brother, my this, and that. And somehow 2 weeks later, you end up killing him. Come on, man. Men do it too. Don't let them off.
Actually, men might do it on a worse scale. Blue, he's here. Hey, Blue. So let us know how the men are.
I mean, you could have guys that, and I don't even want to use somebody's scenario. They could be friends for 30, 40 years, say they brothers and everything. And you could be, most men we already know have multiple girls, you know what I'm saying? So he could have four girls. This one he ain't messing with now. He messing with these two now. and your friends start hollering at her. She calling him, hey, I need somebody to talk to. And he go over and smash. And then what? Now it's a whole big, you know what I'm saying? Whole big thing. And normally sometime with killings, it's normally over pussy. It's not over, it's not over money. A lot of things that happen, the urge for someone to go kill somebody, it be over a
Hey,
girl.
hey,
Not
watch the K word. I don't think the algorithm like that word.
okay, yeah.
Just say
But
use
I
another
got you.
word for it.
It's normally over a female majority of the time.
Exactly. Or it can be over jewelry. Like I've heard of guys snatching chains off of other guys, money, sometimes even drugs like weed, marijuana, whatever. So yeah, I think men got it worse than women sometimes, you know?
The world is a terrible place.
Yeah,
So I would have
definitely.
asked this be a question.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Sure.
How, how long have you been doing comedy, and what inspired you to get into the comedy world?
Mm. Um, I would say at this point, I just hit technically my 3 year mark with doing comedy. In August, end of August. And but one of those years was COVID. You know what I'm saying? It was the pandemic. So I didn't do anything. So I don't feel like it counts. I feel like I've only been doing 2 years, but you know, um, and I started doing comedy. I just tried it one day. Like I was going through this phase where I was just like, yo, I want to try everything I never thought I could try. So I was doing a bunch of different stuff, and comedy was one of them. And I wrote a little 3 minute routine, and I went to the mic and I did great. And people were like, "Oh my God, this is your first time?" Because they told everybody it was my first time when I walked up. And they were real supportive and stuff. And they were like, "Wow, you're really natural." And so I just kind of fell into it. I just wanted to try something new.
So
As
you
much
telling
it
me
can be, that's the
you
that's the
came up?
simple generic version. Yeah, that's the simple version of it. Yeah.
That's great. I like your story. So you tell him you came up with a 3 minute show, pretty much.
A 3 minute set, yeah. Yeah.
What would that?
Open mic on long.
Could you give the audience a little scenario how that show went, or a joke that you think that was good for you, so we get a little taste of it?
So when I did that set, Popeyes had just came out with a chicken sandwich. Y'all remember all the shenanery that was happening with Popeye's chicken sandwich. People was fighting at the Popeyes. They were taking people's lives at Popeyes over this chicken sandwich. So I had put it in my set. And so one of the things that I had said when I went up there, I was talking about, I was like, you've had chicken before. We eat chicken, so why are we at the Popeyes shooting people? I'm trying to be careful what I say because I want to mess the algorithm up. I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't want to get too graphic, but
No, go
like you at
ahead. Do you,
Popeyes.
girl?
Yeah, but you at Popeyes dragging, what I'm saying, people across counters and shooting up, over chicken. And so, like when I did this set, I was just, talking about it, and I talked about my hair, and it was very quick. It was very quick, and it just worked. I don't know, it just worked.
Wow.
I don't be going into, yeah, it
So
just worked.
so you telling me pretty much you was just talking about the Popeyes chicken. I remember that whole thing, and that was
Right.
your fame to stardom. Popeyes.
No.
Popeyes. I think Popeyes owe you a check.
I was shit. I wish. I wish. I ain't gonna be mad. Some show up in the mail. A
You
check
know what I'm
shows up
saying?
there. But yeah, yeah, it was some good material. And it was funny because I ran it by a friend of mine, and she was like, "I don't think that's funny. I don't think it's gonna work." And I was like, "I'm gonna do it anyway." and I, and it was good. It was great. Believe in
Believe in
yourself.
yourself.
And mind
And
you,
mind you,
I love
I
my
love.
friend. She's super supportive, but go with what you know. You know what I'm saying? Go with your instinct. I'm just throwing that out there for somebody that might be watching. Go with what you know.
Right. So let me ask you this: have you ever been booed? You said you've been in the game for 3 years. Have you ever been booed? And if so, tell us about that experience.
Yes, hell yeah, I was, and that shit hurt. That it hurt like that like you ever get in trouble at school. You get an ass whooping when you get home. You know what I'm saying? Like how deep, like the scared, like it was such a deep pain. Um, I went to a comedy competition. It was a talent show competition. I was the only person doing comedy. Somebody did spoken word. When I got there, the guy's like, "Oh, we're gonna do this Apollo style." I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck? Why would you do an amateur show Apollo style?" And just so for people who don't know, when you are doing things, especially something like comedy, but when you're doing amateur things, you have people who may have never performed before ever. The last thing you want to do is encourage people to boo them. You know what I mean? Everybody knows the Apollo. If you get a chance to perform at the Apollo, generally you really got some talent. You had to work your way there. You know what I'm saying? But so anyway, yeah. So but everybody knows that. So but we're in a small town. And so, but I go up, I do my thing, and right before I go up, the guy who's hosting, he says, "Y'all don't be afraid to boo. Y'all don't be scared to boo." And he's shuffling through the papers, and he calls me up, and I start out good. It goes great. He drops the lights. I can't see anybody but this mean mugging ass old lady sitting in the front row. I don't know whose grandma she was, but I was hating her ass right there. I really was. And I started to set my next joke up wrong, and it was like boo, and I kept going, and it wasn't coming out right. Boo,
Boo! Every.
everybody. My mama was in the audience. It was children in the motherfucker.
Oh
There were
no. There were
children
children.
booing me. There were children, senior citizens. People was there. This town is so small. Like people were there on family as a family outing, as a date night. Like that's how small the town was. And everybody was there, and I got booed. And my only response was, "I don't care if you boo me. I don't care." Like that's all I
All I
could
can
think to
think
say.
to say. I can't even imagine that happening. Like, and what? How many people were in the room?
Oh,
Oh.
maybe 50 people, and
And
that's
that's
just in the room. It was people standing outside the room. It was people in the back, in another room where they could hear. Only the people in the room could boo was booing, but yeah, it was hurtful. It really did. But I learned a lesson from it because all I was thinking about was what did I do wrong? Like, and so I was like, I have to be quicker, I have to be sharper, like I have to do better. And that happened 6 months into me doing comedy. My first 6 months I got booed. It's people who haven't ever been booed. They might have had a silent crowd, but a boo hits different than a silent crowd. Trust and believe. And
and
but
but
I I learned my lesson. I'm telling you, I ain't had nothing like that happen since that the pandemic hit in March. I did no comedy. Came back out April 2021. Hit the ground running, and it's been great. It's been
been
going.
going. Yeah, because you had yesterday at your event, you had everybody, not yesterday, that was Friday. You had
Friday.
everybody just screaming and clapping. And I honestly didn't expect you to be that funny. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I knew you were funny, but I didn't expect you to be that funny. Like, it's really
But God, that's
comedy.
my talent.
Yeah, like comedy is really a talent. You got to be talented. and you got to be naturally funny, you know?
Girl, let me tell you something. That's the thing. You actually don't. I see there are so many unfunny comics. Like there are way more unfunny comics. Like you have to get paid and be successful, you have to be funny. But to be a comic, you just got to be willing to stand in front of people and tell jokes whether they laugh or not. And I watch people. I have seen people bomb day after day. I'm talking about day at the comedy club, 4 or 5 days a week at open mics, and still nothing. Like just terrible, terrible, racist stuff. Fights break out. Like there, I didn't go. One guy, he went up there so racist, so disrespectful. Like they had to kick his ass and beat him up and throw him out and ban him.
Wait, they fought him?
Yeah, like cause he refused to leave, and he was like, the place that I go to, what I'm saying, is a very inclusive type place, but it was a very and he was just attacking every and all kinds of people, and it was like, nah, bro, we don't do that here. And he didn't want to leave. He thought, he could just stand up there. Got his ass whipped and
And
literally
literally,
tossed him.
wow, was it a white guy or what was his nationality?
Look at my
Like what you think? That's a silly question.
face.
Yes,
But
girl.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
you saw the guy at the show on Friday, the lawyer, and the jokes he was telling. You know
you
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
Remember
Yeah.
he said those racist jokes, those racist ass jokes. It was kind of like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen stuff just like that in worse, and you know what I'm saying. So they don't always screen who they allow to do comedy at
That
certain
certain
clubs.
club. Yeah, true. Yeah, because and they say a lot of people are sensitive though. Like, me honestly, I wouldn't be sensitive to the racist jokes. I would just laugh at them if they were funny. If they wasn't funny, I'll just look at him like, "Are you crazy?" But but his jokes were offensive. Is that what you're saying?
Right, right. They were very offensive, very, very offensive. Like clearly he wasn't a racist, but his jokes were racist as fuck. I felt like these were definitely jokes that you could easily hear at a white nationalist meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like the white nationalists, they're having a fucking cookout and they're telling these jokes at the cookout. It's just certain stuff is just kind of and mind you, I do race jokes. You know what I'm saying? I talk about white people, black people. You know what I'm saying? My husband's white, so I I do that, but I don't do it in a way that is offensive. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's a whole crowd of people is like, oh, oh. You know what I mean? Like people, people were literally groaning during his set, like, ooh, like, really?
Yeah. No,
Like,
I know what you mean.
you know?
Yeah. Now, all right. So you said something interesting. You said your husband is white. Is there a reason? Are you attracted to black men? Let's start there.
Yeah, I'm attracted to all men, and I like them all. It's just that when it came down to the one who was riding with me, that was who was riding with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I went to college, my mama said, she said, I want you to go out there. I want you to get all kinds of one new dick. That's what she said.
What she said that?
She said, I want you to fuck all kinds of races, all kinds of ethnicities. I was
I was
like,
like,
okay.
okay. That's hilarious. Your mother funny too. She a comedian too.
No, she not. But she'll tell you, oh, I wanted was every time my mom was one of those people, every time I do something she wanted, it's something she wanted to do. So when I became a comedian, I was like, oh, I wanted to be a comedian when I was younger. I thought I was funny, but I was nervous. I couldn't stand up in front of people. Or I'll be like, oh yeah, mom, I wanted to play. I started playing the guitar. Oh, I wanted to play the guitar when I was younger. Like everything I do, she's like, oh, I wanted to do that. So, but yeah, she thinks she's conversationally funny. Yes, definitely. Oh, Baloo back.
Hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
Blue's back. I'm sorry, guys. The echo. I'm gonna have to. That's why I'm not on cam anymore because the echo is pretty bad. Put a one in the chat, guys, if the echo is bad when other people talk. Go ahead and talk so I can see.
Add that other page.
Yeah, it's a bad echo. I hear it. Okay, so real
Hold on
quick.
one second. You'll add me in the back chat.
Hold on. You wanted me to add that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all can hear me better, right?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, any other questions you want to ask her before we move on to Shanquella?
Yeah, I want to know. Okay, so you started off with a 3 minute show.
Hmm.
You've been booed.
Hmm.
You're going on pretty much what you're going on your fourth year of doing comedy. Pretty much going fourth
Yeah,
year.
something like
Do
that.
you see
Something like
yourself
that.
acting in movies, anything in that? If a role came up, would you be willing to entertain that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Some people I also read that you had a do you have a book out?
I do. I have a book out on Amazon. It's
Okay,
called
can you
I Don't
promote
Know
that
Her.
please?
Yeah, it's called I Don't Know Her. Um, it took me a while to write the book. That's one of the things that I wanted to do, and I had always played around with, and I never did it.
Okay.
And then I was finally like, I'm gonna make it happen. And I did, and and so I'm very happy with it. I'm proud of it. If you go to Amazon, you look it up. It has 4.5 stars.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but it's it's a really good read. I think people would definitely enjoy it. It's a story about two best friends. And how sometimes those friendships can be toxic and
Okay.
they can end up destroying you. So yeah, it's good. Check it out. Y'all go ahead. Let me know what y'all
And
think
what's the name of the
on
book again?
Amazon. It's called I Don't Know Her. It's on Amazon right now. Okay,
Okay.
get that.
So
Kristen Brooks.
Okay, y'all.
do
So
you
make sure you guys are supporting her. The book is called I Don't Know You. You said
I don't know her.
I
Mhm.
don't know her. It's on Amazon.
Yes,
Everybody, please support. Please support her.
thank you. Yes, please support.
Right. Thank you. Okay. So let's get to Shanquella. Now, what do
Mm.
you really think happened to Shanquella?
So I didn't watch the full video because I just couldn't watch something like that. But there was an actual video and clip of them pretty much like with this girl in the they was just tag teaming her, taking turns, and she wasn't defending herself. She was in her best friend's recording her saying, at least fight back. That's his response to it. Um, and then so I honestly I think they some trifling, disgusting people, and I think they planned it that way. I think they planned to harm that girl before they went there. Honestly, because guess what? The United States government can't charge them with a crime that happened in another country. They don't have the jurisdiction. So if and and they don't seem to be idiots to me. You know what I'm saying? So they could have very well known, well, hey, we're gonna go out the country, whatever reason they have for doing what they did to this girl. Um, I think they planned it. I think they planned it. And the Mexican authorities, think about that. The Mexican authorities, they barely have funds to investigate their own cases. They barely have the manpower to take care of what's going on in their own places, cities locally. You're talking about a black woman with no actual power, family power, or anything like that to push or get anything done. The Mexican authorities say they saw no foul play. Her family gets her body, they do an autopsy, and she got bruises and things are broken. Come on. They didn't care enough to investigate, and those people, as far as I'm concerned, they knew they wouldn't care enough to do it. They wouldn't care enough to investigate what happened, and that they could get away with it. That's what I think. But I'm just a comedian. I could be wrong.
You feel me? And
That's
there
No,
what
you
I
yeah.
have
think
it.
so.
I mean, I want to touch on something that you said, far as that it happened outside of the country.
Hmm.
I I want to know how many cases similar to this incident is there out there. I know you're probably not going to have too much of you've seen it on video, but just such
Hmm.
as cases like that
Right.
that happened that's swept under the rug. You know, this a
Right.
common thing? Is this a style of, you know what I mean? The new
Right.
style to the new culture.
Right. Well, think about this. Who can't? We have so much true crime, ID Clue channel. Like your first 48, Law and Order been on solid, strong for what, 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? Like you have so many things that teach you how to commit crimes, how to get away with it. I don't know how many movies I done seen that tell you if you can't be charged. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be extradited back to that country to be charged, and they got to pay to extradite you. Come
Yeah.
on, like we're given the knowledge to do such things. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And I honestly believe they just absorb what they have been watching and seeing. How many times we all watch one of those first 48 or true crimes and we be like, nah, that's not how I would have did it. That's, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We
Hmm.
all, everybody's, oh, I would have did this and that. And some people are now just acting on it. I mean, it was
Right.
clever.
I don't even think
So
it was clever what they did. Um,
No, I think it was clever. The whole idea of let's get her out of the country under the guise of a vacation, and then do what they did, knowing they couldn't be charged. Not how they handled it, but the whole, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
extradition, that thinking that deeply into it. Yeah,
yeah,
as
I
so
if
get
they
that
were.
part.
so what do we say coincidence that it didn't even happen like that? They didn't plan it. And
Right,
you know what I mean? Like they didn't happen like that. It wasn't planned. It was just
right,
something that just went down just like right then and there,
right.
and it happened like that. I
This
mean,
is my
that
thing.
is an option that could have happened, and then after that is multiple
Absolutely,
options that could have happened. So, but we'll never
absolutely.
know.
Well, and they might not have planned to kill her. They just might have planned to beat the shit out of her. But she died from her injuries
Now,
because
not the,
the main person beating on her is a trans woman who is still very much looks like, pretty when dressed up. But I'm sorry, you still a man.
Right.
The
Thank you.
power behind them hits, the power behind them hits was still of a man.
Right. Let me find
thinking
out.
about it.
That's why. Let me find out. That's why my co-host didn't want to come because they found out it was a trans man. I mean, a trans woman. That did it. No. The
And
reason.
her best friend who was covering filming it was her gay guy best friend and shit. Like, come on, man. Yeah, you gonna watch my best friend get beat up. That's crazy. This is my thing. Even if it did happen all of a sudden, my question to you is, what could she have done in that moment of vacation that they tag teamed her like that? They stood around her and took turns one by one, punching her in the neck, in her spine. They
Hmm.
punched her in areas and places that would debilitate her. You know what I'm saying? Come
Right.
on. That,
And she was naked. They beat her up naked.
right. Right. So did you drag her out of a shower? Was she, like what? How did you tear her clothes off?
Right.
We only show, we see the video that's presented. We don't know there could be another part where they're ripping this girl's clothes off of her. Because why
Yeah.
is she?
And then they
Come
wonder
on.
why she not fighting back. These are grown men beating on her. Well, I know the light skinned one was they saying was a man, right? Was a trans. I
Right.
don't know
Right.
about the dark skinned one. I think that was actually a woman. But I wouldn't fight back either if a whole bunch of people are taking, I mean, it'd be hard to fight back. All these people jumping on me like that that I thought was my friend. You get what I mean? Like it's just a lot
Yeah.
of envy and jealousy. The girl was a pretty. She was pretty. She was prettier than all of them, in my opinion. They saw her as a threat. Um,
Well, and you know what? It could
allegedly,
have been a relationship thing. It could have been money. It could have been she messing with somebody man
That's
now.
what I
I
was
don't
about to
know.
say. I was about to
yeah,
Because
say that
people
too when
are
you
super
finish.
petty. People are super
Yeah,
petty,
it could
man.
have been that.
well, that's what
That's
I
it could
heard.
have been that.
Well, that's what I heard. Allegedly, the trans, the light skinned one that was hitting her, allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
it was something to do with his man.
Mm.
I'm not sure, but this is what I'm hearing. So that's why I
I'm
had to say allegedly.
no, no shade to what people like, but I can't fuck nothing that like what I like. I don't get. Mm,
Hmm.
mm, me and you can't even share it. We.
Yeah, I mean that's
I'm not.
crazy.
I'm sorry. I can't. I have no. I don't. I'm not judging anybody, but no, no. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I I don't see how me and my friend are sleeping with the same person, especially if my friend. No.
A-
Please.
Again, like I said earlier in the show, it's never. I don't think it's over money. I don't think money will have everybody like that. But then again, who knows? Maybe it was over money. Maybe somebody paid for something when they got out there. I don't know. And then, yo, you got your other half. Now I ain't got my other half. And words accumulated and they started fighting. That could be the case. It could be the case.
It could be, but
Right.
they were showing clips of her walking around looking for her friends. Did you see that?
No, I really
You said they did what?
They were showing. I guess she posted something on IG where she was walking around the house, the Airbnb they were staying in, looking for
Mm,
her friends. And then all of her friends was in this one room, and it seemed kind of like they weren't messing with her like that. Like she was like, "Hey guys,
that was
how
them
are you?"
plotting.
Right? They was plotting. They was
Plotting.
all just sitting in a room, just sitting there. And she was like,
Plotting.
why y'all ain't get naked yet? Why y'all not, because they was gonna go swimming. She was in her swimsuit, and I
Right.
think only the guy, her best friend, is the only one that had his swimwear on. But everybody else was just sitting around talking and, like you said, plotting. And they just seemed like they wasn't beat. The energy was off. It's like when she walked
Right.
in the room, the way they was looking at each other, I was like, oh no. Yeah, this
Right.
tells it all. And why is she
Yeah.
alone looking for them? And why are they all together? It's just a bunch of red flags in the situation.
And my thing is, if she's smart enough to know you don't leave the country with just anybody, that's why I'm, that's why I'm like this type of betrayal, like to have
all
taken
right, hold
someone's
on.
life.
Huh?
Mm-mm.
Hey, hold on. Child said she was a successful hairdresser, so she was a
Yeah, she
hairdresser.
owned a salon. She
Okay,
was. She owned a salon. Yeah.
I heard
so
She
that
was
but
too.
it,
25, own business. Yeah.
oh, okay. So now, see, now I'm going back talk about money and things, which that don't mean that. So this go back to that. Could have been about money. It could have been about a hairstyle. We're gonna think of multiple things it could have been, but
It
we
really
won't
could have
know
been.
the goddamn truth, man.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Because we don't know. Only them people that was there know the truth, unless somebody speaks out about it and then give us some more insight. We're gonna be sitting because we're gonna be like, yo, was it this? It could have been that. It could have been this. But but we don't know.
My thing is, regardless of what their reason for it is, nothing justifies what they did to that girl. So
Nothing.
I don't care who man she slept with. I don't care if she owes somebody money. I don't. I don't care if she cursed somebody mom out the other day. Y'all, she did not deserve to be beaten like that. And if y'all thought she was gonna fight back, and mind you, they know her. They're your friends. Everybody know if you got a group of friends, you know who's the fighter and who's not. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And if they're the friends who usually fight her battles, they know she's not gonna raise her hand to them. Especially if she knows she's not gonna win and fighting back will only make things worse in her mind. Not knowing it got worse.
Yeah.
Like, no. I'm sorry. That's they and people their addresses were posted online recently.
Really?
Yes, the addresses of all the people who I see at least 5 or 6 addresses were posted online saying that those were the people who killed her, who were involved in it. And let me tell you something, that street justice,
Yeah. They're gonna find
they
them.
better be high.
The
Right.
crazy, the crazy part is, Chris, is that they turned off their phones. All of them, every single one of them, turned off their phones after it happened. So that's straight. They were straight guilty.
Right.
Like
Who turns off the phone? Who?
all of them.
Nobody. Nobody ever turns off their phone.
Oh yeah, no.
No, like your phone might accidentally die on you, but you ain't about to turn that motherfucker off. Get out of
Exactly.
here! Come on.
Nope. They all turned off the phones. They were nowhere to be found. They know they were wrong.
Well, it did somebody she died of alcohol poisoning.
Right. Called the parents, called the mother and said your daughter died of alcohol poisoning.
This
And
is my thing here. Did you not think the mama was gonna do an autopsy when her daughter's body came
exactly.
back? Because if my child dies out the fucking country, I'm doing an autopsy as soon as they come back. If one wasn't done there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing
Exactly.
one even if one was done there because I don't know what they did right. I don't know. Shoot.
Right. And
Yeah.
they, and what really broke my heart was her father. Did you see her father on the news crying his eyes out?
No. Oh no, I didn't. And you know what? I that's why I don't watch the news. Emotionally, sometimes I just can't handle it's very depressing and sad. It's heartbreaking.
It's
Mm.
heartbreaking. I mean, it was really,
As a parent, it's hard.
yes, no parent want to lose their child. That was terrible. And the way that they lost her. Like, see, I don't have my laptop right now. I will
Mm.
pull it up. It was
Father
it was
God,
it was terrible.
ain't a
It
parent
really
out
was.
there that wouldn't fight heaven and earth for their child. Well, a good parent, I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
so for what to have, I mean, I'm praying for her family and her parents because it's a terrible thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And like I said, I don't know if they planned it or not, but karma that it comes back tenfold. So if they I don't they didn't get away with anything, and what's gonna come back to them, they need to be praying. They need to be praying because what's coming around for them after what they did to her, girl. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be brutal.
It's gonna
I'm
be
telling
10
you,
times worse than what they did.
it's gonna be brutal. People don't understand that. You put that, you can't do that to somebody and think you just gonna really, you just gonna come back to the states and just keep it moving.
Hmm. No, that's not gonna happen.
You going to
Um,
work and school. Mm.
yeah, they're gonna get what's coming to them. Oh,
Mhm.
Chowhound. Thank you, Chowhound, for the $100 super chat. I really appreciate you. He said that was planned. They waited for her to come out of the shower, then jumped her. Exactly.
Mhm.
She was butt
Mhm.
naked, getting beat up by
Right,
trans men. Well, I know one of
right.
them is trans. I don't know about the other ones.
And that's what I'm saying though. But the primary one beating her was a trans woman, and I'm saying that
Trans women, yeah.
because we know that there is still testosterone there. That, you know what I'm saying? There was no, no. That's still, I'm not disrespecting anybody's decisions, how they identify. Um, I I support the LGBTQIA community. I
Right.
do, but
Hmm.
I'm not afraid to sit there and say, listen, like that. I don't care how you identify in that moment. The
Right.
force behind your hits was every bit of a man's, not a woman's.
Well, I wish you were here. Recently I had a debate with my co-host on here,
Hmm.
and she said that trans women are real women. And I was saying no, trans women are not real women. So this is the perfect time to ask you, where do you stand on that? Do you feel like trans women are real women?
Well, that depends on your definition of real. You know what I'm saying? Because real could just be you're talking about personality. You're talking about behavior. It could have nothing to do with sexuality or organs or any or sexual organs or any of that. You know what I'm saying? But if we saying real in the definition of I try to use the term now natural born women because because like to grow to look at yourself in the mirror and feel like you're in the wrong body to the extent that you go through the measures they go through to change. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that and respect how difficult and hard that is, but they're living in their truth. But at the same time, no. A natural born woman is okay. That's a natural born woman. A trans woman is a type of woman. You know what I'm saying?
So
So I'll say that
so you say a trans woman is a woman because that's what she was saying.
they're
I'm not gonna agree
they're
with
a
that.
type of woman. They're a type of woman. I would say. I feel like they're a type of woman. Um, and you know what I'm saying? Because and I say that because if you feel like that's how you identify and you live your life, then that's how you identify. But I'm not. I don't use the term real. I say, there are natural born women, and then, what I'm saying, you have trans women. I don't like when trans women, not all, I don't like when there are trans women who try to force this whole, I'm just as much of a woman as you are on a natural born woman. No, I don't like that, and I don't appreciate that. I
Right.
respect your decision on how you identify, but for you to say, that you're just as much of a woman as me is not true. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and so and some of them. Oh my gosh, the ones who say they have an attitude, like how dare you not? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I didn't mean to say bro, but but
Yes.
but like but I'm just like I said, I respect your decision, but respect mine and respect who I am. You know what I'm saying? And my own personal journey. Because there are things that we as women go through that that you will not ever be able to experience.
Exactly. And that's what I was
And
trying
that's
to
what makes you a woman,
right. And
a
look,
natural woman.
Right. And that's what I was trying to make my co-host understand because she was like, no, they're just as much as women are as we are and blah 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 because their psyche and you know these hormones. I'm like, no, they're not just as much women as us because number one, we can have babies, we get our periods, they can't do that. Never in a million years. Um, Sports. Let's talk about sports. They can't play the same sports we play because they're gonna beat us 100%. Because men are stronger. Like I don't care how you identify, you're still a man. You're still stronger than me. If me and you run, you might beat me. You're faster than me. You know, swimming, you probably gonna swim faster than me. Basketball, all of that, I can't beat you in that because you're a man. And that's what I was trying to explain to her. We're not equal. We're not equal women. It's just not. It's just not what it is.
Girl, that's always going to be a debate a it's always going to be some conflict between us, natural born women, or what you somebody would say biological women, however you would like to refer to it, in trans women, because there are always going to be, I don't know if every trans woman feels that way, but there are always going to be trans women who feel like, you know, I am just as much of a woman as you, and there's always gonna be women like us who's gonna be like, nah, bitch, you not, you not, like, you
Listen,
not, and
if if that woman wasn't trans, the one that finished her off, she probably would still be alive. If that was a natural born woman that was fighting her and slammed her like that, she probably would still be alive today. But he was so strong and powerful that he was able to break her ribs and fracture her spine or whatever he did to her.
mm,
A natural born woman probably wouldn't even did all that. She probably still be living today. So
that, you know what, that's kind of, that's possible. That's definitely possible because ain't no Jesus. Yeah, that's shit could have went awry. Yeah, that's true. That's
some
true.
somebody saying she wasn't a trans, but the story I'm hearing she was.
No, this, and then not only the story, but there is a picture. They showed a picture of her as a boy, and then a picture of her as her as a trans woman, to say this is a trans woman. And some people already felt like when they were watching the video, some people had commented and were like, "No, that's a man." People were like, "No, that's a woman." And so when it came out, like, "Oh, this is a trans woman," so some people were like, "I knew," or like, "I could tell something was different." And so, like I said, I personally, I don't watch things that would trigger or try to or make me feel any type of way like that. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay from things that put me in negative type mental space. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I'm reading the comments. Somebody said that was a rumor. It was photoshopped. Somebody said, Jesus, get the facts together before you get on panels. Well, apparently
So
these
first of
are facts
all,
because it's all over the news.
right. Well, right. We see. This is the thing. This isn't. As far as I'm concerned, it's not like a panel. We're talking, but we're not on some fact finding mission. We're giving opinions. We're speaking opinions, and we're saying things. We can only go based off of what is put out there. I'm not watching every single minute for an update. So if you want to provide facts instead of being judgmental, whoever the fuck you are, then do so, but don't assume that people are choosing not to have the facts. Okay, just I'm not watching every single update, and you know what? It very well could have been photoshopped. I don't know. Either way, I don't care. I don't care if it was a trans woman or not. I care that this girl went out of the country with people who were supposed to be her friends and have her back and was brutally beaten and murdered and then lied. Her family was lied to about it. And they went home back to their lives like they hadn't just murdered someone. That's all I really care about. I really don't care whether they're trans or not. It doesn't matter because honestly, they beat her in places that would debilitate her. Punching somebody in their neck, their spine, you're trying to prevent them from being able to move. You're trying to cause real serious damage. That's the point. I hate
Mhm.
when people jump in comments trying to be fucking assholes, trying to be know-it-all assholes.
Right. I agree with that. And Mel, I did say allegedly. You didn't hear me? I said allegedly like 3 times. And Tampa Supreme says you got to put the facts out there and not the narrative. Honestly, Tampa Supreme, we're putting out there what we're hearing in the blogs.
Right. I'm
This is what we're
right.
hearing. We
If
weren't
you think
there. Go ahead.
right, right. No, no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You're saying we got to put the facts out there. I can't put facts out there. Don't nobody got the facts. Don't nobody got the facts. Everybody's speculating. You don't have the facts either. But you, what we are talking about, somebody else got. We're just talking. We're doing what people do, which what you're doing, what people should be doing, talking about the situation so that it becomes something of notoriety, so that they can do something about it, so that they can force Mexico's hand and make something happen. We have to talk about it, even if we don't have the complete correct story. We got the general basics out of country with friends, alive, well, friends come back, somebody's left dead, how she died has was lied about. Those are the key facts.
Those are
Everything
the
else is
facts.
speculation. Period. Everything else is speculation, but we're talking about it,
But that's
and
what I
that's
said
the
earlier.
important
But
part.
didn't I cover that earlier? Didn't I say that earlier? I said we don't know. It's going to be multiple things.
That's why we said
Right,
allegedly.
Yeah,
That's
right.
y'all
exactly
late.
why we said
Y'all late.
allegedly.
They
Y'all
late
can't
bloomers.
just right. Y'all can't just come in here and say, "Oh, blah 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 blah." You know what I mean? Y'all gotta. If y'all wasn't here from the beginning, y'all didn't hear us say allegedly, then y'all can't really judge us. But we
They got
did.
And
somebody.
to
Hold on. They got somebody
Madrada
want to
or
come up to the screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the
I
link.
don't know about that, but to Madrada or the person in the comments, I actually made the statement, and I literally just said it doesn't matter if she was trans or not. I literally just said it doesn't matter if she was trans or not. The point is, this girl was beaten to death. Period. So please, before you make more comments, listen to what is being said.
Exactly. Thank you. She's right. Y'all gotta listen. But
All
if you
right.
have
It's
something
the
to
sweet.
say, hit the link. It is in the chat.
Hit
And if
the
you
link.
haven't,
Smash the like button.
smash the like button, share the stream, and also subscribe if you're new.
Come on, y'all. Get them likes up. Stop playing. Get them likes up. Have some respect. Go take a minute. Get the likes up.
Right. Get those likes up.
I see 32 people. We should have some likes up in here.
How many likes we have? Because I can't really get out and come back in from StreamYards. Can you see?
22. 22.
All right.
Come
So
on, y'all. Smash
we
the
have
like button.
22 likes and we have 32 watching. Let me at least get 5 more likes.
Come on, y'all. Smash the like button so we can continue the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the link is dropped. So if you guys have any questions you want to come up and ask us, please hit that link. So Blue, you have any other questions you want to ask her while we're waiting for people to hit the link?
Um, well, we pretty much covered when she started her book. Also promote that book again. Check that out on Amazon.
Amazon, yes, it's called I Don't Know Her. Like I said, really great read right now. It's got 4.5 stars on Amazon. Get the book, genuinely read it. Don't be an asshole because you feel some type of way about what's going on in this conversation and go up there and try to give my book low stars and some bullshit. Read the book, it's good. Support a sister out here trying to do some things, okay?
You could tell them your Instagram where they can find you,
Oh
email
yes,
and
yes.
everything.
I wish
If
I
you
you're
got
right. I
people,
should have put my Instagram up there. Follow me on IG, the
yeah, put it up
real
there. Put it up there.
underscore Chrissy YSF. I don't know how to do
Put it up there, and
that.
Mel
Put it
can
in the
leave it
chat.
up there.
Oh, I got it. I'm just gonna edit. It says I can edit name. I'll edit my name
Yeah, put it in the
real quick.
chat.
Put it in the
So
chat.
just in case if people
Mhm.
want to book you for performance, they know where to find you, who you got to talk to, a manager.
Okay. Um,
Okay, so drop it. I need all my mods. I gave y'all wrenches for a reason. I need you guys to promote her stuff. Go ahead and say your IG one more time so the mods can drop it in the chat. What's your ID? Your IG again?
my IG is the real underscore Chrissy. That's KHRISSYYSF. And I see that somebody jumped in there and tried to say this is a narrative being put out there by black women in order to blame black men. Let me tell you something. Stop with this bullshit about black women trying to tear black men down, okay?
Uh,
That is not what this is. That is not what's going on, okay? Especially if don't I don't like people that do don't do that and don't bring that BS over here. Okay, we got a black man sitting right up here on this talking right here right now with us. So let's not play these games. We are a huge supporter of any black men, especially good black men. Okay, any men. So let get your minds right. Ain't nobody trying to put the black woman trying to put it on the black. Shut up. Oh, yeah, I said it. Shut up.
funny.
Cause that made me mad. Stop doing that. We black women do nothing but support black men constantly,
Oh,
every day.
okay.
Support them to our deaths and
Mm.
still don't be appreciated. And then as soon as something go down, as soon as we know, get the fuck out of here. Y'all
So,
better don't get me started
no, no,
now.
no. Get started. Speak your mind. Go ahead, speak
That
your
pissed
mind.
me
What,
off.
what, what you got to say about you
No,
on the
there.
subject? You on the subject? No. So you're saying black men don't appreciate black women?
I'm not saying all black men don't appreciate black women, but let's be real. Don't nobody treat us damn worse, okay? We spend a lot of our time busting our ass. Can we treat them better? Absolutely. We need to learn to treat each other better. Black women, black men, we need to learn to treat each other better. But when you have people going out there singing things, like, oh, the black women are trying to spin this narrative to place it on a black man, and no, ain't nobody. Why? We see what happened when black men get falsely accused of crimes every day. Ain't nobody out here trying to add or make any type of narrative to get some innocent black man killed or put it. No, stop,
So
stop it.
what I would say, you don't believe that's not going on now these days, especially online social media, because we do see that in some spaces also too, online from our
That
fellow
what
black
that
men.
that
And
what
there
that
will be a
black women are
narrative that
tearing
they
down
will
black
spin
men.
out, that they will try to blame us about this matter also too.
I'm sorry, I needed to repeat that. Say that
Now,
one more time.
what I would say, you don't think they're not going to spin this narrative on us because they have been from the past 8 years, a couple years now.
Spin this narrative to blame the black man, a black
Yep.
man for this.
hmm There will be
Nah, I don't
some
think
black
that's
women
what
that
they're
will
gonna
do that.
do. I'm not saying there aren't black women who falsely spin narratives towards black men, but I don't think this is that situation. This
It
is
will be this
purely
situation. That's why I'm
because
kind of pushing back
there
what
were
you're
men
saying.
in there were men and women on that trip. There were men where let's take out any
Yeah, there were men
idea
and
for
women,
let's
but
say
there have
nobody
been
was
some
saying.
females that felt like the men should have stepped in and there would have mess and everything. And they
Well,
will try
no,
to
there
push
are
this
people.
narrative to blame us as usual.
The people I know that a lot of people feel like the person who called himself her best friend should have been there and protected her, not recording what was happening to her. Not, so that particular man, if you claim you were somebody's best friend, that's somebody that's supposed to be like family. You should protect them and have their back. And instead, you picked up a phone and recorded. So you may not have physically touched her, but you did nothing to help. But
Hmm.
no, and like I said, I don't. Yes, black women. There are some people that spin the narrative, but no, I don't think that that's the big issue here. I don't, and I think people. Let's not even give energy to that type of talking. Let's not even give energy to that and even let that be a topic of discussion. This is we know who did this. We see who did this. This is black men and women did this. So the fact that there's any finger
The
pointing right
point
now
is
is
that they don't
ridiculous.
think, but you feel like there ain't gonna be no black woman that's gonna put this on the black man.
Who gives a fuck?
It
How?
ain't about us
How can
not
a
giving
black
a
woman
fuck.
put
The
this on
fact
the
is
black
that it's going to be
man?
pushed. And I understand we don't give those
How?
energy and everything. Yes, it will, but there will be reports out there. I don't know how long you've been in this space, but Melanie can tell you this. She sees it all the time. We see this all the time.
So
Like we
liars
don't have
will
to put
go out
energy
there
or
and
not.
do what liars do. Liars do. So liars will go out there and do what liars do.
And that's why we
They're
come
gonna.
back
They're
to
gonna.
liars also too. When they try to
And
spin
that's
this
fine.
narrative,
So
we
I'm not
challenge
saying
that
don't
and
combat the
we
liars.
back at it.
I'm not saying don't combat the liars. I'm not saying that somebody won't do it. I've said that multiple times to you. I've literally said that multiple times to you. I'm not saying that that can't happen or it doesn't happen. What I'm saying is that that is not the focus that should be put there. If that comes up, yes, combat it. But I'm not about to give energy to or sit there and play on that narrative when the focus is simply getting justice for this. It somehow has already turned into an internal war amongst black men and women when it should be purely about getting this girl justice. It's already becoming selfish. And it shouldn't be about us. It should be about her and them. Period. Everybody is responsible for what happened to her, whether you did something or not. Nobody should be pointing the finger. Absolutely combat it. Why wouldn't you?
Okay, Mel, you have a response to that? Or can we move on to Positive Man? I think his name was Positive Man.
No, 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 that's
How you doing,
that's
Melanie?
the positive. Yeah. I
Hi.
mean, the reality is, we can know not sport, but the reality is going to happen. So when it does, we combat it. But sometimes, no, act like it's not going to happen or pretend we can't feed it. It's going to happen. That's the whole point of this space, also too.
But who's acting like it's not going to happen? That's the thing.
I
You're
mean, you
accusing
kind
me
of
of stuff
was a
I'm
little
not
bit when you
accusing.
kind of talking about
No,
you
but
got an
I'm kind of
attitude
not. You're just assuming
when we
I am.
pointed it out. So we're going to spin the narrative to blame us. You kind of got a little hostile about it.
Yeah, because I don't like that. Because I love my black men. I support them. I encourage them in every way possible. The men in my family and the ones that I meet. So hell yeah, I take it personal and I get offended when somebody say some shit like that to me. Because I don't even fuck with
You
black
come back,
women who behave like
so
that.
you're gonna come back when you
So
hear the
yeah,
black. You're gonna hear some black
like I
woman
say, listen,
that's gonna try to
I'm gonna
spin
get
this narrative. You're gonna come back them and say, "Yo, shut the fuck up" to them.
yes. You don't know me to
I'm
tell me that
gonna
I
hold you to
wouldn't,
that. I'm gonna
and
hold
you
you to
should
that.
see the you should you
That's
should
all you
you
gotta
I don't give
answer.
a
I'm
fuck
gonna
if you
hold you
hold
to
me to
that.
it or not, but you should see the way I'm speaking and how I feel about this. There shouldn't be no question to it. But I don't need you to believe me. It don't matter.
I'm sorry, we
I know
see
what I see.
chameleons up in here also too. They could speak a lot like
I'm
yours
no
too and
chameleon.
switch
I don't
up.
got time to nah. I'm
So
me. This is what you see. I'm saying what I'ma say. Ain't no chameleons. I don't say
And
one
asking
thing
to
to
prove
say this shit on
another
YouTube.
thing also too.
You this shit on YouTube. Anybody could go and watch it. Fuck out of here. I don't gotta do
Exactly.
that. I'm real about mine. I'm real about mine. And yes, I'm always gonna be defensive when I feel like somebody is speaking poorly on something that I know I and the women that I surround myself with don't do.
And she's married to a white man, but she still have love for the black man, right?
Of course.
Am I wrong? Yeah. Right. So, let me hear
Hmm.
from Positive Man. Hi, Positive Man.
Hello, Melody. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. First time pull up. I thank you. Appreciate you allowing me on your platform. Just wanted to speak on the young lady Shanquella real quick. She's actually from the city where I live, and my sister actually knew her. She used to do my niece's hair. She said she was a real cool, down to earth young lady about her business. She was, and she was very attractive, as you can see. So I believe everybody that went with her was just hating. They weren't her real friends, and I feel like all of this was plotted out, and they did what they did, and it was a terrible situation. And I hope they get justice because you don't do people like that. There's nothing that that young woman could have done that she deserved that type of treatment. Point blank.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And we all know how women can be. Women are grimy. Women will sleep with your man behind your back. Women would fight you because you're prettier. You're simply just prettier than them, and you have something that they want. They might want your beauty. They might want your body. They might want you. If you're a businesswoman, they might be jealous of your business. So I think that these women were straight out jealous. There's no
Yeah,
getting around it.
I do too. I believe it was a combination of all of those things. They were jealous about her beauty, her business acumen. She was getting money, and they were just hating on it all. I mean, and point blank, the dudes that were there, like they shouldn't have let that happen. It's no way that I would have been there and let some stuff like that happen. Point blank. I mean, and I just hate it. I feel for her family, and it's a terrible situation. It really is. I mean, that's all I can really say.
Yeah,
And I just pray for her family during the holidays because this is a difficult thing to deal with. I have two children myself, and I couldn't imagine something like that happening to either one of my children.
of course not. And her father was devastated. I don't know if you saw the interview with her father.
Yeah, I heard it. I didn't actually see it, but I heard it.
Oh my God, it broke my heart. Like
Yeah,
this man was like, "Y'all don't know what y'all did to me. You
right.
tore a piece of me away from me." Like he was going in. I just
Yeah.
I kind of shed a tear
Yeah.
because he was really, really, really destroyed from it.
Yeah. I mean, like I keep saying, it's a sad situation, and I pray that she gets justice.
Yeah, me
I
too.
agree. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yo, your people in your chat, bro. I don't know a couple of these motherfuckers. I don't know what they claim I'm lying about, but I'm
Like,
not about to
Hey,
argue with those
word of
people
advice.
today.
Stop paying attention in the
I'm
chat.
not.
That's you got to stop that. Let's pay attention on the panel. Pay attention on the panel. Let them say what they want in the chat and everything. You
yeah,
know,
they're gonna be
it's gonna piss
rude.
you off even way more.
Yeah, they always do. I try to ignore it, but I mean, you could address it if you want, but it's not worth it. Not worth
Yeah,
your energy. Did she leave?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think she
Can't hear
did.
no so.
So Melody, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm sure that because I've seen some of your pictures, I'm sure that you've encountered like a group of females who were hating on you. Maybe they called themselves your friends, maybe not. But like, how do you typically handle women that hate on you?
I just stopped being their friends. Like I've been Blue personally. Blue personally know me. Blue, you there? You there, Blue?
Blue.
No. Blue's seen how these women treat me. Um,
Hmm.
I told this story on my stream the other night. So I was invited out with about 6 girls.
Uh huh.
Um, I should have known most of them was from the project, so I should have known it was a bad idea. But anyway, I went out with these girls. We got to the club. I was gonna put my stuff in coat check. I had the money. I wanted to put it in coat check. They were like, "No, girl, let me get your coat and your purse and everything, your phone and everything. I got it over here. This is where I put it. Usually, it's safe. We're gonna put our stuff with yours." So I said, "Okay, you sure?" They was like, "Yeah." I gave them my stuff. Me and my friend Stephanie, we gave them our stuff, and then we was chilling and partying. So then, like towards the end of the night, we're looking for them. We're like, "Oh, where they at? Oh my God, they left us," because we were all together. They left us. Our coats, our purses, everything are gone.
So they
Um,
stole.
they stole our stuff. I had money in my purse. I had my phone. What else I have in there? My ID, my credit cards, everything was in there. My girl Stephanie's stuff was gone too. So we calling our phone trying to find it. Some dude in New York answered like, "Oh, you ain't getting this back." Yeah, my girl gave me this stuff. So basically, one of the chicks gave it to her man in New York, and we
Wow.
were yeah, we were just out of our stuff.
You
See,
know why he asked that, right? Because there's another part to this that I'm gonna say it. Probably don't even like it, but the victim. Because I said this on another channel about this. Some girls could be just so naive to not be aware of their surroundings and the people around them.
That's
Right?
true.
Some
that is true.
good-hearted type optimistic heart that they sense good hearts and people. She probably might have had that intuition about them, but ignored it. And this is another flaw with a lot of females, especially when we tell you about certain dudes how you got so many of these male friends, and we tell you not all of them is your male friend like you keep thinking you do, and you keep putting them in the male friend zone. You have this some type of good heart of faith, naive that you wind up. When we tell you, okay, you want to see this dude's your male friend, right? Come at him like you want to sleep with him and everything. See how see if he's really your friend. And that's how you can tell to know if he's really your friend or not. If he's trying to sleep with you, then he was never your friend and stuff. So in situations like this also too, it's like we gotta try to teach our kids, like, don't be too naive. I know you want to see the good in people, you're just a good person, but don't be naive also too to certain people's behaviors. You gotta be always aware and everything. Like
Yeah. My problem is I did Madara, you're right. I did trust a lot of these girls,
mhm.
and I always got burnt at the end of the day. Like one of my friends slept with a guy that I liked, and a guy liked me too. Like we met this guy. This was years ago. We met a guy, we were cool, we hung out. The guy liked me too. And I forgot what happened to where we had to stay at the guy's house with his sister. We fell asleep. I woke up. She slept with the dude. She in the room with him naked. And she know I was trying, we were like into each other. Like stuff like that happens.
How
One of
long
my,
you was seeing this guy, if you remember,
huh?
before you slept with, how long you was seeing this guy before?
We met on a chat line. We were talking for a while.
Oh, see?
And my friend we went to meet up with him. She knew how we felt about each other. She was a fat, I'm not gonna lie, she wasn't attractive. She was jealous of me. Um,
But she put out and more fashion than you
she
did.
put out, and I
You saw
exactly,
See,
exactly. So he
and you
took,
men do a chat line, so you already know. Me and dudes do chat lines. They ain't looking for no committed love relationship right out in the back like that.
but
See,
he,
I mean, some of those dudes would tell y'all females the real deal.
but he still had wanted me. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry that happened. I was drunk last night." We was drinking, we
Ain't
was
no
chilling. I was
damn
like, "Nah, that's
excuse
not
No,
about
an
getting
excuse."
drunk.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo,
You
that's not
know,
no excuse. I really
he
don't
was
want you no more."
smash and you didn't put out fast enough. He went with the nearest thing, the big
But
move out chick.
exactly.
should have just waited. You could tell he didn't have any standards.
He didn't have
Exactly.
this. And he really liked me. He really liked what he saw and everything. But that
He
was one of the
probably would wipe you up, but still would have cheated on you on the side because
Yeah. Right.
he probably might have said certain things that he wanted to do with you. You probably wasn't gonna be down for, but there's some other stuff that he do like qualities of you. That's why you were the wifey type, and the big moo cow was just a smash, pump and dump slut type that you could be
yeah, she
porn
was
star
just
sex
mad.
with.
She was a biracial. Look, she was a biracial smash. You know that was what
She
she
can
was.
smother out like ghetto gaggers and shit.
And she was a ghetto gagger. She was a what you call it, a smutter butter. You know,
Y'all like that term, man.
a smutter butter. She just wasn't like you know how Jersey girls can get down. A lot of them get down. So,
That's crazy. So was she still trying to be cool with you after that?
oh, we still, you know what? My dumbass was still cool with her, like for a long time.
Wait,
After that,
wait.
I
You
was
told the
dating.
moon out chick? She slept with your
Um,
man?
I was like,
All right, I made it back in finally.
I know she didn't leave me.
No, I was having difficulties. I accidentally exited, then it took forever to get back in.
I'm glad that, glad you came back. But yeah, women, that same girl did so much to me. She lied on me. She told my ex, she lied and told my ex that I was sleeping around.
See?
And at the time we were together, and mind you, remember we young at the time, and me and my ex was together for a while. And I was like, that's not true. Like she made a fake page and everything. She made a fake at the time was it Facebook? Yeah, she made a fake Facebook, took my pictures, and was talking to his boys with the fake pictures, like with my pictures, talking to his boys. Like she was, I'm telling you, she was grimy. And it just got worse and worse. I kept forgiving her because, like you just said, I was naive. I was young. I was like one of them little skinny naive chicks, like,
You was simping also too, man, Melanie. So,
huh?
female simp also too. You was simping also too.
I wasn't simping. What you mean for
That
friends?
that was simping
You
also
know
too.
I wanted to be liked back then. Because I was always the black sheep. I'm not gonna lie. Like, even I'm the middle child in my family. So I got a
So
younger brother, an older sister, and I always felt like the black sheep. So I did hang with girls. I just wanted to be liked, So, but
mhm,
these girls didn't like me apparently. I got jumped at my school. They waited by my third
Mm,
period class, right in the hallway, and they jumped me. It was four of them. So I know
mhm.
what it's like for girls to want to fight you.
mm.
Damn.
Trust me. And mind you, I was always little. I was like 5'2", 115 pounds soaking wet.
She
I
never
was
took no
little.
boxing
So,
class at least. Thing.
huh?
You never took no boxing class at least. Like,
Nah, I didn't. I wasn't a fighter, and people knew that. I wanted to get my nails done. I wanted my hair done. That was me.
was
Oh,
explains
that's why
another
they
narrative with the
was
girl in
beating
the
your little
video.
pretty
Like,
ass up. You was
we
Huh?
was talking about
it
the
was
narrative of the girl in the
yeah.
video also too. Why she wasn't fighting back. We was trying to tell her. Just some people just not violent like that. Despite they get their
Mm,
ass kicked and everything and be a life and death situation. Some people just not violent like that and stuff. Like, and that
Yeah.
was another
it's
situation
flight
too.
or flight,
Huh?
flight or freeze,
Mm-hmm.
flight, fright, flight, fright, or fleet or freeze. And
Yeah.
some people freeze, depending on the situation. Some people freeze, and I hate that she was a freezer. I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
really do.
She wasn't a fighter. Yeah,
She
exactly.
wasn't a fight. She wasn't
But
a
they
Uh,
knew that. That's what
and
I
they
said
knew
earlier.
that.
They knew that. That's why
Yeah.
they did that.
Yeah, they definitely knew she wasn't a fighter. Yeah.
They knew.
Yeah.
They was probably the
They
very
con-
ones fighting for her on her
Yeah.
Hmm.
behalf.
yeah,
Exactly.
they constantly beat her and everything until they broke her spine. That was personal.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
What I say? Come on now.
The
Yeah, that
light
was personal.
skinned
Yeah,
one
but
though.
beat down like that and the spine don't break that easy. Classy's a
It should.
doctor, right? He could tell you.
No, it
They
doesn't
don't
break
break.
that easy. That's why I said I was a little bit upset when the American officials said they couldn't find anything. I'm like, no, there's more to the story than that because the
Yeah,
spine doesn't break that easy.
No,
exactly.
Right.
something crazy.
Yeah.
Sure. They said that
Well,
the light skinned one slammed her and that ended her life.
Well, they
No.
said it was the allegations was that there was a body slam. That's what I did hear. But where did
Yeah.
she land is where they should have did the report at also, because where she
mm,
land can also leave like some form of evidence or bruise or some blood or something around. Just to say, oh, there's nothing we can find. The girl was getting hit, so there's got to be some offensive
Mhm.
wound somewhere on this woman's body. That's why I was like, there's more to this that's not being told.
Yeah, they're gonna do some
Mhm.
more investigation. They have to, especially with Mexico, whatever, because this gonna affect their tourist dollars also too. Stuff like this for America, and they know they make money from us like this. They're
Well,
gonna have to try to
actually,
constantly reinvest with as deep as possible.
well, that probably won't mail, knowing that the fact that it was some Americans that did it.
Hmm.
So
Right.
they're gonna
And
look at that
and
as
they're
that we're gonna
black.
take the blame. Well,
And they're
yeah,
black. So those black folks how they are. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it might help them make me racist and be like, you know what, we don't allow more than three black people in a group to come into. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
might have
I
messed it up for other
well,
No,
people.
I don't know
For real.
about that. I can't speak on that. That's happened
I
here in
can't speak on that
America,
I'm
but
just
in
either.
saying.
Mexico,
I'm just
I know
saying.
you're playing. I know you're playing. It's funny though. It was funny. It was a
I'm just
funny
throwing it out
ordeal.
there.
Hey,
But
Melody, are
no,
you gonna
I
be on
mean,
for a while?
Huh?
Are you gonna be on for a while? You still gonna be on here for a while?
Probably a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, I might hop back on if you're on here for a minute.
All
well,
right.
I jumped back on because I wanted to I didn't want y'all to think I just dipped out, right? Just out of here and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Tough comedian
but I
shit.
wanted to come back and stuff. Yeah, no, I mean I'm enjoying the conversation, even if I do get a little heated when discussing it. It's very rare that I get to have. I'm one of the people I enjoy a good debate, a good heated conversation. So I really enjoy talking to y'all. But I do have a flight in the morning, very early, and so I have to officially sign off. Um, but
All right.
Mel, I greatly appreciate you having me and supporting me in my comedy.
Oh,
Gentlemen,
okay.
behave, have a good. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm just saying, y'all. I don't want y'all to tag team her while y'all up here talking, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay.
Make
She
sure
used
she
to it.
got
We do
some.
it to her all the time.
Maybe
Okay.
next time we
Listen,
could also,
promote your stuff one more time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Promote.
Oh, one more
And
time.
maybe next
So
time we could get you back on the show again when you
You have
got
a
some more
YouTube
time.
channel. Put your YouTube channel link also.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely. Well, shoot, we doing it like this. We just need to set it up. Once I get back home, we good to go. But again, so I'm on Facebook. Yeah, she funny. No H on the
I like
year.
that.
I'm on IG at the real underscore Chrissy YSF. I had to change it because the hackers got me. So that's my new one. um, Also, again, my book, I don't know her, is on Amazon. Go out, please support. I appreciate y'all so much. Um, Had a great time up here in NYC performing this weekend, and I'm actually going to be back in New York City at the Gotham Comedy Club in
Right.
January 20th. I'm featuring for Orlando Jones.
Oh,
I'm actually one
nice.
of his regular
Very nice.
features, and be doing the tour thing with him. So
And what
again,
were you
yeah.
saying
So I
about
have
the
fun, y'all.
Apollo? What were you saying about the Apollo again?
Um, oh, I had talked about the Apollo earlier, just saying like get booed and stuff. But like I am planning on. I've been thinking about auditioning for the Apollo. Um, that's a big realm. That's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So I've
What
been
about the Laugh
pacing myself.
Factory? The
I'm
Laugh
gonna
Factory.
be
You
honest
audition
with
for that
you.
also?
With me
The
knowing
Laugh
Harlem,
Factory?
you you'll get it off. You'll get it off.
Yeah, you audition
Well,
for the Laugh Factory also?
no,
You'll
I
get it off for
haven't.
Harlem.
I haven't. Well, I appreciate you saying that. I will definitely let y'all know if I make my way to Harlem. Okay.
Yeah, because they from New
I
York.
absolutely.
Mel from New York. So
Um,
Cause you definitely defend the race and the culture. Like at that show that like to say the guy was saying something she came up. He said, yeah, I might have to fuck this motherfucker up in the parking lot.
right, for real. For
Every
real. I
time
will
you
do
saying some
that.
shit. So it's like
Yeah, I'm a thug with
you
it.
ain't let things slide. You know what I'm saying? You ain't let some
Nah.
things slide. You came up there and checked them and shit.
Hell yeah, I'll play that shit. I don't care.
Now
But thank
I
y'all
wanna
again.
now the next show I wanna touch on real quick. You also are in a relationship with a Caucasian. And we want to
Hmm.
get into that, but you still defend the black race. You still do black race. So that's another show. But we're going. I just wanted to get into that in the next show.
Yeah,
We'll get into that
Oh,
do you consider yourself pro black even though you're with a white man?
because that's a
yes.
controversy.
No, pro black is about supporting black people, the culture, learn us supporting ourselves, learning how to take better care of ourselves, our community. That's I'm all about that. My shit. He pro black. Fuck you mean? He with
Like,
Because
me, nigga. He
I
pro
find
black too. We
that's
pro
why I
black
find
together.
it that's why I find it very interesting that you know I see your character on in your comedian, so I can understand what type of character person you are. So I find it interesting that you are in that relationship, but you still hold it down. You still have a black family. You know what I'm saying? Like some is that
We
being a
celebrate
sellout?
Juneteenth in my house. We don't celebrate Fourth of
Well,
July.
a lot of times we have to be careful because a lot of times we have this assumption of what we assume how the two got together. And I'm not saying you
Yes, correct.
Blue
Yeah,
TV. I'm not saying you. I'm just
Hmm.
saying is that a lot of times when we see us in different relationships, we have the assumption, like, well, not you, but just the outside
Hmm.
parameters feel like that those people don't like black people or black men. We get that sometimes. I'm like, no, ask the question on how they got together first before you say
Right.
she just didn't like us.
no, she
Right.
black men. She explained it. Like it's not
No,
that.
I mean
It's
I
just
came
Yeah.
in. I came in late. I came in late.
yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, no, and my husband he was I dated nothing but black men prior to my husband. So he
no, no,
and
no,
just
no, no,
before
no,
I
no,
go,
no.
just to
Cut. We're gonna
clarify,
say that for the
Wait, let
next
me
show.
finish.
I was about to say
Well,
because I jump into
but
it again. Let me go to
I
bed,
no,
y'all. Let
I'm
me
That's
go
sorry.
to
for the
bed.
show.
I didn't mean to get you there. I'm sorry.
No, no, it's okay. It's okay. That's okay. But all right, next show, we definitely that's some good conversation too.
Yeah,
All
that's a
right,
great
y'all.
conversation. I don't even want you to leave. I'm trying to get you.
I know.
There's
I
too many
gotta go to
guys up
sleep.
here.
I
I ain't
know.
gonna lie. I'm trying. One more time. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed.
So, can I? Do I have permission to post your clip of you
Yes.
at the
Yes.
comedy show?
Yeah. Yeah. Please do. No
I have
problem.
to record that because you were hilarious.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm trying to better promote myself and allow people to, help me do that. So yeah, absolutely tag me in it. Make sure you do that. Yeah.
I will. I'll definitely tag you in it. But
Thank
thanks for
you.
coming. I enjoyed
Yeah.
you.
All
I
right.
enjoyed you
Thanks for
tonight.
Thanks,
coming.
man.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right.
Good night. Yeah, she's hella cool, y'all.
Clap it up for her. Clap it
Yeah,
up for
clap it
her.
up, clap it up. Make sure y'all support. No, I mean, she's a cool chick.
Yeah. Go to her
Now, next
page.
time, let's
Follow all
all
that.
we
Get
can
her book.
all, huh?
No, I said let the follow her page. Get her book. Next, when she come on the show, I want to make. I hope one of y'all bought her book, read a book. You know what I mean? We can talk more about it.
Yeah, definitely. And I was saying next time she come up and she perform in New York, we should get all the New York and Jersey people and just meet up there and watch the comedy show.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Right? Like Mel, Brownsburg, maybe Classy can come up, take a flight up here.
I'm in LA. Y'all
You
know
too
I'm not gonna be
far.
able to take a flight too far.
Yeah, you way too far. But yeah,
I would love to. It would be a nice gesture.
yeah, but you're too far. Right, but Mel, I mean not Mel, Classy, you came up last. Let me ask you, what is your take on this whole situation with her with
Well, when I was single and I was hearing about the story, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's diabolical when you think about it. You actually flew. Well, actually, a young lady paid for them to go on the trip to Cabo, and I've been to Cabo like 5 or 6 times, and I've never even heard of nothing like that. Never even been in any trouble in Mexico. So I was like, Jesus Christ! I'm like, this young woman paid for all of their trips to go enjoy themselves at Cabo, and she winds up into this situation
Oh, I
because the
forgot
first
she paid for the trips.
yeah, she did. From the information that I have, and also the thing that gets me is like it's so diabolical that you went out there with your friend to actually. Well, I'm sure I don't think they really had plans to murder her, in my opinion, but to try to hurt her because they probably knew well if we're out of American jurisdiction, our crimes might not be as may not be as what's the word I'm trying to look for? May not be as harsh because we're in Mexico, and if we can
But
do
how,
something, we can just fly back to America
but
and
think
nothing's
about
gonna
this.
happen.
How could it even been like that when they now that y'all saying that he paid for the tickets? He paid for the trip.
No, I'm talking about the initial beating. I think it's diabolical. See, the thing I think they all need to be charged, accessory and the person who murdered her, murderer too. Because here's what's going to happen. I'm trying to figure out right now: is this going to be tried in Mexico and they're going to be extradited back to America, or is this going to be are they going to pass over the charges to America and let them handle it? Because I can guarantee you right now, this is definitely a first degree murder. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, how can you tell that they planned it? Well, okay, you can't really tell if they planned it or not, but the fact of the matter is, it's going to the way how it's presented is that it was planned. So they're going to the lawyers are going to try to go for first degree murder because it's going to seem like it was premeditated.
Mhm. True. I don't know.
The lesser the charge would be first degree manslaughter, but I'm thinking they're going to go for the gusto.
Blue, I think you mentioned something about someone paid for a ticket.
No, she paid for all their tickets to go to
Oh,
Cabo. Mm-hmm.
oh man, how long did she knew these people?
I don't know. Like I say, from what was told, it seemed like she'd known them for a while. Like this wasn't just like a, hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Like a first off meet or 2-3 weeks. They've known each other for a minute. But apparently, there's something else that went on that caused that beating to happen to that young lady. There's
Mhm.
something that's not being told because what would make and then not the what I want to say is I think everybody that witnessed that and even the guy or the female, I'm just throwing out there. I don't know who had the camera me, they're a bunch of cowards. I think they all
Yeah,
should be arrested because if I don't care who it is, I don't care if I don't like you, I'm not going to sit back and watch you get beat. If you're not going to fight back, and you said I'm not going to fight back, that's when they should have stopped it. They should have never even went as far as it did.
you know what's sad though, but see, this is the time age we live in now. That you know what? Let's pick an example. Remember the video of the three strags that tore down that restaurant because they were being
Oh
charged
yeah,
extra sauce. You know how many dudes in the background was just sat back and just laughed at that and let them do that. It was more than it was of them three chicks, and they just sat back and laughed and cheering them on and
but
stuff
see,
instead of them stopping them three chicken heads from instead of doing that.
and I agree with you, Mel. But at the same time,
And it's sad.
all of them should have just stopped it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is that even dudes, even some grown men, I would say this also will videotape, sit back and think it's entertainment. And it's
Yeah.
sad, it's people in our community. And then we
Hmm.
keep want to blame outside forces, society, that mess. No, the reality is sometimes we just a goddamn freaking bunch of damn wild animals of our own recondits all the damn time.
Oh, absolutely. Because I can tell you right now, the first thing they were going to do was start to blame the Mexican people over there in Mexico for that child's death. And come to
Mm-hmm.
find out, they were Americans. That's why I say a lot of people blame a lot of stuff when they travel in different countries. And come to find out, it's usually somebody from the same country they're from. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That's all I got to say. Go ahead, Melody and Mel
Uh,
and
and
Blue.
then, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I was muted up.
Oh, God. She didn't hear one thing I said, but
No,
okay.
I heard everything you said. Everything.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I agree with what you said. You're always on point. But
I try. I try. But,
right? Oh, look, we have Pablo. Hi, Pablo.
what's up, Pablo?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What
Hey.
up? What up?
What's going on, Mel?
So,
You know
What's
what,
up, sir?
Mel? Melanie, I
Hmm?
was thinking, you like you like an online little sister to me. Um,
Aw, really?
yeah, yeah, really. Um, but I would not want to be a Black American woman right about now.
Why not? Oh,
Nothing in the world. I would not want to be you guys at all.
Amen.
And the reason why is you guys have a bad publicity problem, a really bad image problem right now. And the problem is the ratchet, unbridled, poorly behaved, uh, uh, wild, and loose amongst you are representing all of you who are better than that to the public.
mm-hmm.
And
Agree.
and a part of it is that there are a lot of black women who, like you said, they want so much for acceptance that they will befriend these types of women
Mhm.
rather than separate themselves from them and make a clear distinction amongst you.
Yeah,
And that is the problem.
yeah. I mean,
That's the problem. And I don't know why. Are some of you afraid of some of these women? Because when I looked at that video, they went and they woke her up in the morning. They went to her room to get her. And when he asked, well, why don't you fight back? It was almost like he was intimidated by this person. And I think there's a percentage of black women who are, and this is going to tie into something else, but I'm going to try to bring it home. There's a percentage of black women who are intimidated by some of these ruffians. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of who these people are. We just had an election, right?
mhm.
And I live in Georgia. And Stacey Abrams lost. But Raphael Warnock still, beat his opponent, even though they got to have a runoff. He still got more votes. And the reason why is because Stacey Abrams reminds every black man of the big fat black girl bully who they went to school with. And they don't like her. And the other girls swarmed around her on the playground, and she had them following down behind her, and she was the one cock blocking at the party and doing all that mess. That's why they don't like her.
Yeah.
It's politics, but it's also personal.
Mhm.
But anyway, that's just
Sta-
my thought.
Stacey Abrams remind me of the girl who put Nair in my curly hair. Just
There you have it. Yeah.
big fat.
Why you said that, Pablo? That damn bitch remind me of the girl that kicked me in my nose when we was kids.
See?
And I kid you not. If I see her this day and shit like that, I'm gonna fucking break her jaw and run. A grown ass, I'm a grown ass man, 40-something years old. Fuck that shit. That's how petty I am.
Yeah.
So she better not see me.
Yeah.
Fuck that
We all
shit.
know someone. We all know someone like that. That's why I'm saying it's subconsciously it's in your mind. That's who they
Yep.
are.
Yeah. I mean, it is intimidating. It's very, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna open up to you guys. I was very nervous when I was young because I was different than a lot of the other black girls. Like I was quiet, I was light skinned, skinny,
You were
you know,
smaller. They were bigger.
I was smaller, they were bigger, and I had the long curly hair. It's just what it is. And a lot of them didn't like me. I had girls sitting back of me and cut my hair in class. I remember time in lunchtime, they put milk in my seat. It all started from when I was young. And the older I got, it got worse. One of the chicks put nair in my hair. Um, they used to, I'm telling you, it was bad. High school, they wanted to fight me. Oh, I saw you looking at my man, or your man. Why are you looking at her? Like they would yell at their man for looking at me and want to fight me. It was just crazy. Like all through school, from elementary school through high school, even to when I was 19, 20, grown women still, coming at me wrong. And even now, I'm a millennial, I'm a little older. And I have women looking me up and down, rolling their eyes, not liking me now. So I just try to stay to myself. I don't have any friends. I
Yeah,
don't,
and that's sad that it has to be that way. But at the same time, you have to look out for um, your own survival. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And your own mental health and physical well being too. So certain people you just got to stay away from.
yeah. I was told I was too nice. That was the big one. You too nice. You need to toughen up. That reminds me of while they were fighting her, them telling her to fight back. It was like, yo, don't let them talk to you like that. You too nice. Yell at them, curse them out. They used to tell me stuff like that all the time. Stop being so nice. Stop smiling.
Well, you know, if
So,
you notice, she was the
mhm,
only one with two parents.
yep.
She I believe she graduated from school. She had her own business in a hair salon. She was
Hmm.
the one with the money and the success. And so and the the proper upbringing.
Yep. Yep.
And deep down they resented that. They resent that.
Sounds familiar. I had both parents growing up. That's why I can relate to this poor woman that got killed. I can relate because I know what it's like to be hated on. I know what it's like to get somebody to get you in a corner and want to fight you. Like this all sounds familiar. That's why I'm like, this needs to stop. Because you don't really see other nationalities of women doing this.
They do it, but they do it. The physical violence part is not as prominent.
Yeah.
They might ratchet up.
No, they do it, and trust me, they do put it online also too and everything. So it's just the fact is, we do it a whole lot more than other people. But yeah, other people, other entities, they do the same thing also too, and stuff. And they videotape it and put it online.
Well, I
It's
had a
not as
lady
much as we
friend.
do. We always have a habit of snitch on each other, but you know what I'm saying, and put it online like this super entertainment for a weird reason. I mean, the girl that said she videotaped this, she said she sent it out to the media to protect herself. Was bullshit.
I had a lady friend from Colombia. She lives in Medellin, and a group of girls jumped her daughter. Same type of stuff. Um, she thinks she's pretty. Um, over some boy that is looking at her and liked her, but
Hmm.
she was liking the boy and all of that. Yeah, same stuff.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah, it's really sad. And you're right. It's it kind of makes you feel weird about being black, like, because other people are looking at you. When they see you, they don't know you. When they see you, they don't know your personality, but they automatically gonna judge because you're black. They
Right.
automatically gonna think you're ratchet and ghetto, you know.
Yeah. And that's
But
why I say you guys gonna have it tougher with the image problem part. And here's why. If when black men get out of line, the law enforcement or the government gonna step in and correct our asses real quick. Poogies don't get to roam around free for that long before they get smacked the fuck down.
Mhm.
But women get to kind of move about and do all kinds of havoc before they get, you know, seriously dealt with. You know. But men already know this. We gonna get dealt with when we step out of line. Quick.
yeah, women not so much. Women can do whatever they want and get away with it. You see it all the time on social media. You see men getting shut down quick, like Tommy Sotomayor. They keep taking his channel down. And I don't even like him like that, but let's be fair. They're taking his channel down, but not Cynthia G's.
Nope. Cynthia G say all kind of crazy shit.
Exactly. And if you ask me, it's way worse than Tommy Sotomayor. Abort
Talking
male
about
babies. Come on now. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened to her in her life, but she really hates black men. I don't know what it was.
Well, that's how they do it. That's how they do it. They fund what they want to fund,
Hmm.
and what they feel that don't line up with what they talking about, they shut it down.
Facts.
They try to shut everybody. Why you think we on YouTube and there's so much rules and regulations? Because they need to be able to have the power to shut you down. They want you to talk. They want you to stay in the guidelines of what they want you to talk about. Anything that harm them, we gotta shut you down. Or anything that they fund, and you addressing it, and they don't want you to address it in that manner, they shutting it down.
Hmm. Facts. I just hope that they wake up and see that most black women are the problem. A lot of black women are the problem. Way more than black men.
They're never gonna see that because they always push a narrative because who's spending the money out there? The women spending the money. They're the consumers. So they gotta push a narrative of the ones who spending the money.
Hmm.
And who the system is quick to taking care of the female. The system is like the undercover nigga and shit. Like, yo,
Hmm.
I'll take care of you. I pay your rent. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Check this out. I'm gonna pay your rent, right? But I don't want you to go get a good enough job where you can pay your own rent. Because if you can pay your own rent, then this shit gonna change. It's like a fucked up, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit weird as hell, like how the system's set up.
Yeah. You see more homeless black men than you do black women.
Yeah.
You got more homeless black men.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ain't
than
no
you do black
restriction.
Actually, no, they actually proven that there's actually more homeless black women out there than there are black men.
Yeah.
You think so? No, because of
There
black
was a data
men.
fact that showed that. Look it up.
Because I would think that the black women would be taken care of more by like
Nope.
Housing
men
vouchers and
or by the
Section
government,
8.
you know?
Nope. But who see, they already showed the data and facts so that most homeless people out there now is black women.
Mhm.
Post the
So
link.
weird. I would definitely think it was the opposite.
Yeah, that's new to me. I have to check that out.
Yeah. Can you pull it up now?
Yeah. I think we
Yeah, thank
discussed
you.
this on other panels before, like weeks ago.
Well, the tables
On
on
not on your show, but I was on other panels we discussed about this. And yes, someone posted the link. I'm gonna relook for
Yeah.
it.
I'm not totally discounting it though. I'm not discounting it. I'm just wait and
Of
see.
course.
Yeah, that's
Now, when you say homeless, define homeless. Living with someone that's living on the street. Like you gotta define what you mean by homeless. I think.
without a home, like nowhere to go, living on the streets. I know what you're saying, Blue. You're saying you can be homeless, but like hopping from home to home.
Yeah, are you living with
I
Yeah,
can
but a lot of
someone?
these
Yeah.
women, you got to remember, a lot of these women end up in shelters and stuff like that for women and children.
Yes,
But
yep, yep.
shelters for men fill up quick, and most of them, they don't. The men don't like to stay in them for whatever reason. They get
Bless, bless.
yeah.
especially yeah. Men don't yeah, but they say that women don't like to stay in them because they get raped and stuff in there. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard.
Other women in all women shelter.
No, by like the staff, I guess, and men. I don't know. The homeless men, don't they have like a section where there's men and a section where there's women?
I know here in Atlanta, there's shelters for women and children, and then there's separate shelters for men. They don't put
Okay.
them together.
Okay, it might be different out there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
But
think that
that's
was
what
kind
I
of like
heard.
the thing of the past. I don't think maybe those situations are current like that. I think the system don't restructure things,
Maybe.
so they
Hmm.
might not have those cases. But back in the days, you did have those cases. I used to hear about that myself.
Yeah, so that's probably like old school because I did hear some stories about that. But yeah, I didn't know that, Mel. You pulling it up?
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Here you go. There's a video. It was a year ago, but Americans' COVID-19 housing crisis is hurting black women most of the time. Correct. They was the most evicted. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, but women can hop from man to man.
Yeah, they're the
That's the
most
thing.
addicted. They not the most homeless though. They're gonna find somewhere to go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
they gonna
As
find
long as
a
it's gonna be a
man.
dude to save her.
That's what I was saying. I was like, damn.
Yep.
They gonna find a man or a family member.
No, yeah. The way for
Yeah.
acting like they hypergamous the way it is, they might want to be thinking about a specific type of man. Like I said, they both
Nah,
evicted. Yeah, they
I mean,
will be filled up like crazy.
shoot, that makes sense though, Mel. But I mean, in a situation like that, they can't afford to have the mind state to be hypergamous.
Nah, they gonna go from man to man. They don't care. Prostitute, because a woman got options. She can be a prostitute if she
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah,
Well,
her
funny
private
about it,
stuff.
most females can't even do that right.
I know, right?
Some of them thinking that's
Female
like they try to
prostitute.
trick a dude to get the money, not give him some punani. Like they always turned out
Exactly.
left. So
Yeah,
can't even do that right.
yeah, but I don't know. I just feel really bad for how do you say her name? I'm sorry.
I'm
Is that
struggling with it too. How do you say it? Shaquania? Shaquanisha?
no? Wait, Shanquella. Shanquella. There you go.
Shanquella. Shanquella.
Shanquella.
Okay. Shanquella
Yeah.
Johnson. I just called her Miss Johnson the whole time because I couldn't say the first name.
Um,
Yeah, but I just feel bad for her, for the situation. Justice for her. But let's talk about okay, so yeah, justice for her and all. But what about those three black boys that got shot? Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Um
sure.
in college, what was it? College?
I heard a
in
little bit. I didn't get
Virginia,
the full
college
story
football,
though.
Virginia,
Football say UVA.
Virginia.
In Virginia?
Yeah,
So it was it by another student?
it was. I think so. Yeah,
Apparently, they were on the school bus
yeah.
going on some trip, and I don't. That's more. That's all that I know. I don't know much more than that.
They
I'm
ain't been
getting
talking about it. Black, no, they don't care
They
about black man.
about black
So
boys. Exactly.
yeah,
That's why I brought it up. Like
yeah. They don't. They
they
don't.
don't talk
So they
about
ain't
it.
gonna talk about it. You
their
know,
focus
definitely. You
right
know,
now.
BLM not even.
Well, their focus right now is on Miss Johnson dying. That's why they
They
didn't give
not
too
gonna
much.
focus on it. Period. Nobody don't care.
For the most part, you right. Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah,
Because it
but
happened around the same. It happened before. I think it happened before her.
it
it did
did.
happen before her. From what I remembered, reading a little bit about it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were handsome boys too. They were what they played football.
Yeah, they was on the
They were-
Virginia University Virginia team. They canceled their game this weekend.
yeah, they were on the football team,
Yeah, that's bad.
and it's hard to get in UVA even as a scholarship athlete. Your grades got to be right.
Yeah, that's Division 1 school. They a
So
top. That's like a top. You know what I mean?
Going
wow.
to
So
UVA is damn near like going to Harvard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Kind of like going to UCLA as well. It's hard as heck to get in here.
yeah, they came from good families. You can tell.
they could have went to the NFL.
Yeah, they could have.
All right, the links is in the
But they
private
don't
chat.
care about that.
Oh,
They
you
don't
put
care
them.
about them though.
Only four of them. So
Yeah.
pull up multiple sources.
Private chat. Oh, you couldn't pull it up. Like share the screen.
Oh, you want me to screen share?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes. All right.
Yeah. So who came up? Oh, DCL for life. What's going on? What's your take on the topic?
You fizzle out.
You there? Yeah, I think he left for a second. You there? No. Oh, Pablo, I have wanted to get you on a show. I wanted to talk about passport bros. Uh,
Okay. Uh, if you
yeah.
go if you go to my channel, I think my email is in the community tab, or I'll put it in the back chat.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Cause I was trying to think. I was like Pablo. I was like, yeah, he. I was like, he'll be perfect to talk to for this because I wanted to get your take on the whole what is it SYCBM and SYSBM.
Vai
And,
Brazil, vai Brazil, futebol.
so I'm gonna hit you up so we can do that.
Okay, I dropped my email back there in the
Eric,
stream chat.
Eric, thanks. I already know your take on it, but
Well,
Well,
I mean, oh, go ahead, Pablo. Break it down.
yeah,
Well, I might surprise you about some things. I mean, it depends on what you ask me.
yeah. Well, can I just get a general, like, what you feel about it now? Like, do you think black men should stay and save their community, or do you think
Oh,
they should
hell
leave?
to the no.
I
No, no, no.
Nah, you better go do your own thing.
Yeah,
If these last couple of months hadn't showed you, I mean, if these last couple of months hadn't showed you, well, I don't know what else can show you. You need to go
yeah,
your own way and get the hell
yeah,
up. Yeah.
yeah. I agree with Pablo. I'm with him on that. I'm sorry. We've had plenty of chances to try to fix this before it got worse to where it is right now. But I'm just like, no.
yeah. Because what could you do without the women? I think in order to fix the community, both genders will have to be on board. It
Yeah,
has
I
to be the men
mean,
and women.
you got to think about it. Like, it just seems to. Forgive me for saying this. It just seems like it's just going so wrong for the BWs. Like when I think about the fact that a lot of men don't even want to donate sperm to the sperm bank to give these women babies. There's a downfall going from that point.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's really ain't our job. They ain't our job as men to fix it anymore. The way they kind of shame us to do it.
And that's
No,
the
that's
problem.
that's the
They
women's
let it
job.
go so long, and they let this anger go so long, and it's just festered to the point where a lot of men are just like, I can't do it.
yeah, I
That
can't.
ain't our
Oh,
fault. That's the women. The women gotta fix themselves. We ain't our job as the men to fix them. We tried that. We ain't doing it no more. No, they gotta fix them. Women gotta fix the women. And
Yeah.
we're not gonna sit around and
No,
even allow
yeah.
some other older dudes. Because most of it be most of them early Gen Xers and some baby boomers that try to shame a lot of the millennials and everything. That ain't working no more, man.
So
Like,
Yeah.
nah.
let me give you an example of how men move different in a similar situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went on a trip to Medellin, Colombia with two other guys. This
Okay.
was back in 2018, right?
Okay.
One of them is a friend I grew up with in high school. And the friend that he bought with him, I was just meeting him, but he was a cool guy. But he had a really high powered job. He worked for the NSA. That's the
Mm.
National Security Agency. They're the spy agency that found Osama bin Laden on his cell phone and shit, right? So he got a serious job, right? He worked IT for them. So we went on this trip, and we're in Parque Lleras, which is kind of like Central Park in New York City. It's a park, and then all around it is bars and nightclubs and all of that,
And a
right?
lot of gym sets, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a set of stairs, and these girls were sitting out on the stairs. Now, at the time, it was my first time being out there. I didn't realize, these are working girls. These are prostitutes. And but my boy, he's sitting on the steps next to this girl. Now, unbeknownst to me, I didn't notice. He reaches in the girl's purse and pulls out the American equivalent of $20 in peso. Again, I didn't notice at the time. Later, they went back to the condo. These other two guys with two chicks that they met. The girls spent the night. I came back later, and everything was fine. The girls left, and then a couple of hours later, the girls called back to the condo wanting to come back. So they was like, "Yeah, come on back." So the girls came back. By this time it's around noon. It's like almost lunchtime. So I leave the apartment and go back out to Parque Years, go sit outside on the patio and drink a beer. Well, when the girls said we wanted to come back, one of my boys, I guess he thought this round was on the house. Well, with these working girls, it ain't on the house, right? So one of them, he doesn't, partake in the working girl or whatever. but the other one does, the one that reached in with the $20. And so when it was all said and done, the girl wanted her money.
Mm-mm.
Well, lo and behold, this fool came to Medellin, Colombia. He came all the way to South America with $200 in his pocket. And by this time, most of his money was gone. He didn't have enough to pay her. So now the girls go downstairs to the security guy in the lobby, and you got to remember, in Colombia, prostitution is legal. So if you don't pay, they can lock you up. And so basically, the girls were like, "Look, he didn't give us our money. Um, we're gonna either call the police or we're gonna call our homies from the barrio. Right? We're gonna have Comuna 13 down here." So the guy at the I'm the only one that spoke, Spanish. So the guy at the security desk of the condo, he called me on WhatsApp because he was the one that like checked us in. And I gave him my number. He called me on WhatsApp and was like, "Hey, you need to come down here. Your amigos, mucho problema. They got a problem. They don't want to pay the girls. You need to come back." I get in the taxi. It's like a 3-minute ride. I go back and I was like, "Look," I said, "either one of y'all got to pay these girls." I said, "because if you don't, you're going to end up in Colombian prison. You're going to end up in Colombian jail. And, or they're going to go tell their homies from the barrio and it ain't going to end pretty. You're going to get your throat slit." So lo and behold, the other guy, the guy that worked for NSA, he paid his bill. And that's when later he told me that my other friend had reached in this girl's purse and pulled money out, which was another situation that could have got us all the way fucked up, right? So,
Wait, hold on, wait. Did you say he pulled money out her purse? You trying to
yes,
steal from her?
yes, he stole money from her.
Uh-oh. And he got caught.
No, he didn't get caught,
Oh.
but I found out about it.
Oh, he paid it with his own money.
He didn't have any money.
No. I was saying he took money out of her purse and paid her with her own money.
No, no. You listen to me. He came down there with $200. By the time we got to
the other dude. Okay.
he didn't have any money left. And he didn't have enough to what he took out of this girl's purse was only about $20. It wasn't enough to pay the other girl. So his partner had to pay the girl for him. And that's when the other guy told me, "Hey, Donnie reached in that girl's purse in the park and this and that." I was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, I'm done with him." I never called him again. I never talked to him again. I don't hang out with him no more because I can't go out like that.
Yeah.
I can't go out like that. I cannot hang with somebody who's gonna put me in that kind of danger. You know what I'm saying? On purpose.
That's insane.
That's nigga shit.
So,
Okay.
but women, I think sometimes women will put up with the girls who misbehave longer. Men don't do it. When we see a nigga that's out of pocket, we's like, "All right, I ain't fuck with that nigga no more."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these days you got one time with me.
Yeah. Females is like multiple chances and like I said, it's a naive thing they got with them. Like they want to be liked so bad.
Sister code.
Exactly.
You got one time with me. That's it.
Yeah, I told you, like I wanted to be liked. I mean, no one. I was different. I wasn't like the other girls in Jersey growing up. So
And they probably say you smile too much too, probably stuff like
I
that.
smile too much. I'm too nice. Toughen up. Toughen up. Oh, you need to go fight so you can toughen up. Like, you know,
Have
Hmm.
you ever been in a fight before? They probably said stuff like that to you and all
I've
that.
been jumped. I think all my fights I was jumped.
And by your own people too, right?
No, just random chicks. Like only
Now I'm talking about like your own people, like black.
Oh yeah, black girls.
Yup, be your own people.
All of my good friends were like Hispanics, Dominican,
Hispanic.
Puerto
Yup.
Ricans. My cousins, some of my cousins, um, family members, and that's about it. Black women, I never trusted black women. I had,
They rude.
huh?
I said they rude. I'll give you an example. Like the other night I was in a drive through. I go to a I'm in a drive through. It's 3 in the morning. The girl could have been she could have been I would have been understand she would have had an attitude. It's a Hispanic female. She was so nice. But I go to a black spot, they rude attitude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Um,
That's one of the
yeah,
reasons why black people don't support each other's businesses because we don't even see no professionalism from our own people in their own business.
mm-mm. And not just American black. Like I've went into Jamaican restaurants and got the dirtiest stares and the nastiest service. It's just like black people would treat other black people bad, but as soon as a white man come walking in their establishment, hey, sir,
Yeah.
how can I help
Yup.
you? Like, what?
Yup.
You were
They
just
do
really
that.
nasty to me,
They do that
but
in a
that white
in
man
a
got good
restaurant.
treatment. Not even white women. White women don't even get good treatment. It's the white men
Mm.
that get the treatment when there's a woman.
A white zaddy.
Yeah, white zaddy, exactly. So and somebody said, have you ever won a fight? I don't fight to win fights. Like I don't fight. I've been jumped and that's it. I've been followed home.
Well,
I remember one time, these women followed me home in my car. I was in my car because their man wanted me, because one of the girls' man wanted me. And she saw him trying to get with me. So they came after me. It was like five of them. They came towards me. So I got in my car like, oh, hell no. We're not doing this right now. So I got in my car and they followed me home the next town over. They followed me to the next town over. And I didn't actually go home because I lived like down the block, but I stopped in the White Castle parking lot and they all got out their car and they was banging on my window. Oh, fucking bitch. Yeah, I saw you was trying to get with my man and all this. I'm like, oh, wait. No, no, that's not what was going down. Like, I was trying to get with your man. Your man was trying to get with me. That's the difference.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, Mel, I'm gone. I'll be listening though from the clouds, but my email's in the back chat.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Yeah, same here, same here. I gotta go because I got work in the morning.
Bye,
Yeah.
Mel.
Good night, everyone.
Swoop,
Good night.
swoop.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's banging on your window.
banging on my windows, trying to get at me. These are Jersey girls. This like I said, all the stories I'm telling are from years ago. So don't think I'm out here, people trying to fight me now. No, this is old stories, but
They
yeah.
do that. Yeah, they do that. They do that same stuff over here too.
Where you at, Philly, right?
Yup.
Yeah, of course. I think Philly is like better than
The
Jersey.
Who got the
worst.
best Philly cheesesteak out there? Not to change the subject.
Um, got Max's. Got don't
Oh
go don't
shit! That
don't go
nigga
to
said Max's.
don't Geno's and Pets. That everybody think it's good. Nah.
Bro, did you just say Max's? That's the hot one out there.
Yeah, Max's. Yeah, right in North Philly area. Yup.
What made Max's so hot from everybody else?
It's the nigga cheese steak.
It's the nigga
It's the nigga
cheesesteak.
cheesesteak. Mhm.
That
got
was
Max.
self-explanatory. Like, man,
Even
all the niggas love it.
even the corner, a lot of the corner stores, they stuff is good too.
He like, man, this shit is nigga approved.
And
Yeah.
and there's another spot called Pagano's too.
All right. So, how many nigga spots is it? They the number one, you saying?
They like in the top. I put them they in the top three.
Mm. Now, who got the next one, and is it and what's the difference from?
Oh, it's one in South Philly. It's called that's just like Italian. It's called
Nah, no
Louis.
Italian, no Italian, all
Oh,
black,
you talking about like black?
all black.
Oh, Max's Pagano's and I would say like some of the corner stores. But they corner stores that's like Dominican, Puerto Rican.
But let me ask you something: are all of them the size that Max is? Max is the only one that make them like that
Yeah,
size.
yeah, they put a lot of meat on there. You can make another sandwich. You can get another
Hell
piece.
yeah!
You can get a couple of pieces of bread and make another sandwich on there. That's how much meat they put on there.
Yeah. Damn.
Somebody said Max is nasty.
Well, I ain't, that's why I said they ain't number. They really not number. They not number one. They like in the top. They like fine. For me, they like number three.
Yeah, man. Why you saying Max Nasty? Come on the panel and tell me.
He went the Genos and Pets. That's the 'cause that's the popular for they uh
That's the only place I knew when I went to an Eagles game. I went to
that's
Geno's.
that's the white people cheesesteak. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't even put fried onions on it. It's like
Oh, they
the
don't.
meat is
Oh,
like it's like a white person type of cheesesteak.
How do
It's
white people make it?
yeah,
okay. I guess that makes sense.
it's like a it's not it's not the it's not no soul food type. Put it like that.
Mm, okay. I mean, I've been to Philly one time. I mean, I originally resonate around the West and the South a lot. I come to East Coast like here and there.
Oh, you know West South Philly. Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm originally from Oklahoma City. I'm from the Midwest, so technically I'm like around Louisiana, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, all those areas. So,
Uh,
You saw me? I'm trying to put my camera back on.
am
Hold
I
on.
inspiring you, Melody, to get yourself back on camera?
Huh?
Am I inspiring you to get yourself back on camera?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. For sure. Oh, my face, my
Nah,
stand.
don't hurt yourself.
Right?
Philly got the best drugs too. Say no.
I got some what? What I got?
We got the best medicine too. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh, okay, all right.
If you know what I mean.
I thought LA had that market cornered. I thought.
Go down Kensington, you can get anything down.
Mm. Come on, girl, put yourself back on that camera. Let's see that pretty face. Let's see that face that all them girls are jealous of.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's banging on your window and stuff.
Like, come on, let's see that. Let these girls know what time it is.
I'm trying to fix my thing. Hold on.
Take all the time. See, we got your back.
Also, what is it showing?
I see a table, the water,
Table.
and a beautiful woman in brown with long braids.
Hey, can you see me?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Looking exquisite.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Oh man.
Trying to fix it. Okay.
You know what's crazy? I was looking at Brazil yesterday, and he has all these women. Hello? Uh-oh. Can't hear. I can't hear.
You can
Oh,
hear?
there you go.
You can't hear?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, he has all these women that are just like going in on the Passport Brothers, and some of them are married or have boyfriends. I'm like, how does that work? Like, you got somebody. It just amazes me. And all of a sudden they care about these women. One minute they're dogging them, saying that they're from a third world country and they poor. And the next thing they saying, watch out for those American men. They're predators. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, which one are we? Are we good? Are we bad?
We bad.
Man, it's crazy. I mean, I literally saw like close to almost 50 videos this man got of different women just going in on the Passport Bros. I'm like, dang. All for just traveling.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are
Oh,
you
okay.
trying to eliminate the echo?
Yeah, I am. And it's kind of embarrassing. It's a struggle stream. I'm trying not to have these struggle streams all the time.
Hey, we black people. We know the struggles. We eat struggle food. We got struggle love. And we got struggle technology.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. Hey, where my man at? You from Philly, boss? My man was talking about the cheesesteak.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the other place is Ishkabibbles.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I forgot about them. South Street. Yeah, they pretty good too.
yeah, that's my top place to go to. Ishkabibbles, Delisandro's. That's up around my way.
Oh, Henry Avenue.
Yeah, on Henry
Yeah,
Ave.
I've been there a couple of times. They all right. Yep.
Yeah, that's where all the white people be at up around that area. But that
They
cheesesteaks be
put a lot
fire.
of meat on there too.
Yeah, that and Pagano's. That yeah, yeah,
Ghana's up.
Pagano.
Oh God.
Yeah, I keep talking about Bacanos. Can you put it in the back chat so I can
I want to
Pagano's
give.
not good to me. I don't really like Pagano's like that
I
because
want to. I
they
want
put
to
too
convert.
much pause. They put
Yeah,
too much meat
they put a
on that
lot of meat.
cheesesteak.
You gotta
Yeah,
get another piece of bread. You could use another piece of bread,
yeah.
another roll.
And the roll be soggy as shit. I don't like my cheesesteaks with soggy rolls. Like,
All the greasy.
yeah. But I
Jesus
don't eat too much
Christ.
red meat. I get chicken cheesesteak, so I go to Ishkabibbles. They cut it up.
Ace of Big. Yep. South Street. I forgot about them. Yeah, they pretty good.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to
You
give a
want a
so
shout
big
out
ass?
to.
You want
I
a
want to
big
give a
ass
shout out
slice
to
of?
Melody
You want a big
for a
ass slice
second.
of pizza? Go to Lorenzo's. Those niggas
Yeah,
be
they
good
good
too.
too. Yeah. Right on the same strip. Yeah.
You want to be fat? They wrap they wrap the pizza around the cheesesteak and eat it. That's some fat shit.
I want to give a shout out to Melody. That was funny, dog. I want to give a
why?
shout out to Melody because I remember when you first started, you spoke very nervously. You were shy. And then you start getting to your own groove, you start building up, and then you were nervous to put yourself on camera. Now all of a sudden you just so relaxed and just confident and calm about doing that.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm still a little shy, but I'm getting there.
Well, I see your shoulders hunched up, so I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me relax.
Yeah.
I think I need a massage.
I seen an old
Ooh.
video with
Huh?
Ramil. I seen your old video with Ramil.
You seen what?
Your old video with Ramil.
Oh, a Ramil, yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, that was it was an old stream I seen
It was what?
recently.
Hey, Melanie, you from Jersey?
Yeah, I'm from
Like,
Jersey.
oh,
Yeah,
Trenton.
you do give me Jersey girl vibes. Yeah, you do give me.
I give you Jersey girl. Why you say that?
Cause I'm from Philly and all I deal with is Jersey girls, and yeah, you give me Jersey girl vibe.
Okay, is that a bad thing or is it a good
That's
thing?
a good thing. Y'all not headaches. Y'all take niggas out. Y'all spend money on them. Like
We spend money on them. Oh, not Melody. Mm-mm.
for the ones you like, don't front, Melanie.
Nah, I don't spend money on
You
guys.
never done that, Melly?
I
Yeah,
mean, I've done it. I mean, if I'm in a relationship, yeah, but
that's
I
what I'm
don't.
saying. Yeah, you booed up. Yeah,
Yeah, you booed up, you spend it. Yeah.
I
but
ain't stingy out
it's vice
there. I tell y'all
versa. We
that. Philly
spend money
chicks,
on you.
We go
Philly
to
chicks.
Camden or
Educate me
Camden and
for a second. What does a Jersey girl look like? What's
they're a
a
little
Jersey girl
different.
like?
They attitude a little different.
Yeah, they not as rough.
Like not the North Philly.
Oh,
North
I heard
Philly
about
chick.
North Philly. I heard
North
North
Philly
Philly.
chick. It's,
I know a North Philly chick. I was turned
they
off. I took off running.
they close to being. You gotta be a certain. You gotta be a certain like. It's a certain mindset. You can't be no. Basically, you can't be no soft dude. Put it
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can't be a sucker. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
you
mean,
gotta
I
tell her like, shut your ass up, bitch. Like, you gotta be
Yeah,
rough with them. Like,
yeah, you can't be like, how you doing, beautiful? You get no, you gotta be, you gotta talk to them like that. Like, what's up, bitch?
yeah,
you gotta go that far.
yeah, you
Not
gotta disrespect
not
them to show them
literally,
you love
but
them.
you know what
No,
I
you
mean.
do.
That's wow. That's crazy.
Like, damn, bitch, your feet stink. Like that. That's the love. That's their love language. Like,
Yeah, they get wet when you say what's up, bitch.
So we're talking about North Philly girl, right? You
Yep.
gotta tell them that you gotta tell them their feet stink.
mostly Philadelphia chicks because they got a rough attitude. So you
Oh
gotta be
my
rough with them.
God, Lord
Yeah,
have
some of them.
mercy.
I ain't gonna say all of them, but most of them. Yeah, you gotta be.
You know what? I want to say I'm actually comfortable now hearing this conversation. I think I'm comfortable dealing with the girls in the Midwest in the middle because there's at least a middle ground. Because when I go like to the South, especially like in Georgia or something, there's a
Yeah.
certain type of guy that they like. You know, you got to come with that. What that do? That short that what horn that when you're in New Orleans or the NOLA or something
Yeah,
like that. I'm like, I don't even understand half of what the black folks say there. I'm like, I'm not saying I'm better, but I'm like, what you say?
yeah, you ain't lying because I was down New Orleans and I was talking to a shorty down there. And she was, Water's got a daughter, so they got a
Yeah,
daughter.
who
And
that
I'm like,
do that more than harm, man? I was like,
like
okay.
Water Boy, like they really talk like Water Boy.
Yeah, they do.
But I
Yeah.
like it though a little bit. I do like it, but I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? But she was feeling me and I was going. So, you know,
Yeah.
talking on the phone was kind of awkward, but she could text her ass off. But yeah, Jersey girls, where is that though? We
I, I
representing Melanie. You
I always had a
representing.
Melody,
good
you
time with
disappoint me. You left. You should get
New
back on camera. That was a good display.
New York chicks. All right, I always had good dealings with New York females.
They kind of rough a little bit, but
Oh man.
they still soft.
Yeah, I always had good dealings with New York females, all races.
You said they racist?
No, I always had good. It was always a good dealings with New York. Well, the black and the Hispanic, and even the white.
East Coast girls, where is that, man? I like them down south girls too, but East Coast girls, where is that? I
Yeah,
guess I'm biased because I'm from we from Philly, so
yeah. Germantown chicks, they good. They all right.
yeah, that's my area. Like
Uptown, Germantown, West Oak Lane, all that.
Mount Airy, yeah,
Yeah,
those the
it's just,
highfalutin ones.
it's just Doctor Dude, stay away from North Philly, South Philly.
No, let him get one. Let him deal with one real quick. You need one of them. You heard what Cam said, a Philly chick, man. Once she slide you down, you don't never go back.
Don't go down to P. Don't go down to P, the bottom, Badlands.
Yeah, don't go to the P. Don't go to K&A, Kensington, Frankfurt. You good to go. Other than that, have a good time in Philly. And watch out for the dirt bikes.
Oh yeah, they out there now.
Yeah, I was out there.
They be on Broad Street all 24/7. It seems like
Listen, it's way too cold for dirt bikes. So
Nah, no, it's
anything
not.
they
that
No, it's
they
not.
don't care up here.
I was riding earlier. I just put my ski mask on, go to work.
Hey, how y'all deal with them Philly chicks, man? I dealt with one before. I never do it again.
You gotta you
We
you gotta prepare yourself, boss. That's all.
I'm just used to it. It ain't no big deal to me no more. Well, never
Hey,
was. Ain't no big deal.
hey, this chick. Actually, she was my last relationship. It was about 2 years ago. Man, she was so masculine. I was like, nah, I can't do this shit. because I'm gonna wind up like, yeah, getting in trouble.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
ready to
I'm saying?
fight her. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like her mouth was so ridiculous, and I'm from DC originally, so I'm used to chicks with slick mouths, but hers was like on another level. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, you're used to chicks with slick mouths?
I am, I am. I mean, because
That's
women from
not good.
DC, they have very slick mouths. They say anything, but yeah, that Philly shit, I wasn't quite ready for that melody. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Philly, but Philly girls, they be acting like what's her name? The chick from Philly, Amber Rose,
Nah,
and
they worse
I
than
don't
her.
know about that. Yeah, I don't know
Nah,
about
she
that.
worse than ever.
She's actually
they
she
worse than
actually
her.
considered a soft Philly girl.
Well, how about like Eve? Eve is from Philly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's
from my
more
area, but even
the
Eve, yeah,
more
back in
the
the day,
old Eve.
And Jill Scott.
Yeah,
she
she's
from
from
North.
my in North Philly.
What's some young girls that's from there? Younger girls.
Uh, I don't really know no young ones.
If you had to compare somebody, you compare like Gorilla.
Like the rapper,
Glorilla, she from there?
No, I'm just
hell
saying if
no.
you had to compare like a like a like a South Southern female, compare her to like a early chick a little bit.
It's a chick in Philly that rap named Rocky. She kind of sound like Meat.
She
Uh,
masculine. Yeah, she a
yeah, she.
Germantown, right?
I think she is.
She from up there. She from like the like Brickyard.
Yeah, she. That's a true Philly chick for you.
Mm-hmm.
Rougher than a motherfucker.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
rough, and if she was killing me, my ex man, everything was John this and John that. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about.
Oh,
John,
John is for
bro.
everything.
She called you bro.
Yeah, she called me bro, and I'm not used to women calling me bro. I'm like,
No,
nah,
don't call
we ain't
me
about to
bro.
do that though.
Yeah, I don't play that bro shit. I tell her from the
Yeah,
rip.
yeah, for real, man. Don't call me bro.
I
Fuck
ain't your
you do
bro.
that for, bro? You know
Yeah,
this John. We went over
What's
this
up,
John.
bro?
We go
yeah,
to this John.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Everything was John, John. I'm like, what are you saying? What is John? What does that mean?
A John is
Y'all all
everything,
say
boss.
John. Y'all all
You
John
say
is
drawling.
John.
everything.
We got another word. You drawling.
Drawling? What that mean?
It mean like like if you said something F for me, we just say you drawing or something like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Something that you
It's,
don't
it's
like,
like
you say
saying
you drawing.
tripping.
Yeah.
It's like saying you tripping, but we
Oh,
say
like
you
trip. Okay,
drawling.
I got you. I got you. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Y'all must have had some rough skin to deal with those women, man. Like she was, wow, she was a lot.
But she had some fire coochie, didn't she?
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog.
There you
She,
go.
yeah, she did her thing. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
They gonna do their thing.
That's probably why I dealt with it for as long as I did.
I was just about to say that to you, boss. I was like, that's probably what made your ass stay. That
Yeah,
coochie, man.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. She,
A
yeah,
a lot of them be scratched up too and everything.
You don't know to go outside their head or go on that coochie. Like, I know.
yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
they be trying to set y'all up for robberies and stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that.
South Philly. Yeah, South Philly chicks do that.
So
Yeah, South Philly got a reputation. They got a it's like a reputation out South Philly, out the P.
it's
But
like
I never had that problem. I always been cool with South Philly. Mm, I guess it's like a step, but it's like yeah, that always been out there though with South Philly.
damn, it's bad out there. And I thought Jersey was bad.
Do the
You oh
Jersey
you down
women
yeah.
wild out, Melody? They
You ain't
typically wild out
Huh?
in
in
Camden.
Jersey? Oh,
No, I'm
good.
not in Camden. I'm in North Jersey.
Oh you there? You close to like Newark?
Yeah, all of that. Yeah. It take me about an hour to get to Philly. Hour and a half,
Mm,
about that.
I only been out I've been out Camden, Trenton, all that Cherry Hill, all that type of stuff.
Oh, you only been around South.
South Jersey. I've been on North Jersey like a couple of times.
Yeah. Where you go? North?
Close to like it was like in the suburb part. It was like I forgot the like Summerton, I think.
That was where?
I think it was Summerton, New Jersey.
Somerton? I never heard of that.
Or it was like I forgot. I know it was like a suburb going close to Newark. It was like before Newark. It was like in the suburb part, like past Trenton.
Oh, you talking about like Summit or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was called that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm kind of like in the suburbs too.
Mhm.
I'm like the outskirts of Newark and all of that.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I was at.
Yeah, it's a nice area, not too hurried.
Yeah, a lot of white people.
Yeah, a lot of white people, all of that. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna shut it down. I'm at the 2:30 mark, 2 hours and 30 minute mark. So I'm gonna shut it down, guys. I'm tired.
All right, all right.
Thanks
All
for
right.
coming on.
Yeah, I
Well,
got
you
to
have a
work in the
good night,
morning.
Melody. Thank you
You too.
for letting me on the platform.
And thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys.
No problem. All right,
So
fellas, y'all have a good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.
come Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. Tuesday.
You know
Tuesday.
about what time?
Tuesday around like 8:30.
Okay, bet.
That
Hey,
means
hey,
9 o'clock.
good night. Everybody be safe.
Good night.
That's another Philly thing. Everybody be safe.
You already.
Everybody be safe.
Get them
Night
chips,
night.
bitch.
So did you guys want to do final thoughts before you go since you're here?
Sure. Somebody go.
Let's start with Positive Man. What are your final thoughts?
Um, just everybody be safe, be careful, watch who you call your friends. And just be cautious of everybody and everything. You don't have to be paranoid, but you do have to be cautious. And like I said earlier, I pray that Shanquella gets justice and that those people are caught and dealt with.
Thank you. How about you? Who's next? Let's go with DCL for life. What about you? Final thoughts?
Yes, yeah. I'll just say the same thing to everybody. Be safe. Be good. I'm about to get off. About to gotta go to work in the morning.
Well, thanks for coming.
You welcome.
Blue TV, final thoughts?
My final thoughts is watch who you are friends with. Watch how you move. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't go on no trips with people and pay for a whole trip. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. Also, shout out to the comedian that we had on here today, Chrissy. Shout out to her book. Shout out to your show, Sweet Melody Speak Media, live on her front media. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Shout out to Ruby for not being here. Let me stop.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but shout out to Ruby. You know what I mean? Hope whatever. Hope you feel better. And that's it.
Thank you for all the shout outs. Um, all I gotta say is rest in peace, Shanquella. Shanquella. You will be missed. Um, justice for her. And like Blue said, be careful who you hang with. Be careful who you call a friend, because people are out here just to see you fail. So
Mhm.
just be careful. That's about it. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
yeah.
About to get some sleep. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you guys Tuesday.
All
All
right, good
right.
night, Melody.
Good
Good
night.
night, guys. All right.
Good night.